We're going to go ahead and rock a testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. I say again, testing, 1, 2, 3. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm starting a little bit late tonight, and for that I apologize, but I am here. We are going to play some Frozen Wilds tonight, and I am looking very much forward to it. Just getting myself set up here. I will be going live here in the next minute or two, so thanks for hanging around and joining me on tonight's Arsenal stream as we continue towards the finish line in Horizon Zero Dawn. And going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is going on, everybody? BauerKillz coming at you here for the weekly Arsenal stream. Just a little bit late tonight. Had some things going on where, I fell asleep on the couch because I'm getting older and I can no longer keep my eyes open. So thank you guys for waiting. Also ran into some technical issues where my Gamecaster here forced an update. And my computer wasn't playing nice, but we got through it. We took care of things. We are here, and I am ready to play some Horizon Zero Dawn tonight. I'm really looking forward to kind of getting back into this. It's been really a week since I've played. We played last weekend. I had kind of that weekend off and the whole Father's Day thing going on. Let's get this light over here. There we go. But anyway, long story short, I'm here. I'm back, and I'm very much looking forward to playing. It's been... like I said, it's been a week, and it just hasn't felt right in my life without a little Horizon in it. It's been a bit of a crazy week, but this isn't the only game that's kind of stolen my heart. There's another title that I have to give a shout out to. You guys have heard me talk about it, but man, I beat this game last weekend, and I'm still thinking about it. You know, I talked to you guys about Horizon. I'm still thinking about it. And, you know, when I'm not playing it and all that stuff, there was another game that was doing that as well. And it's the most random game ever. It's called Ys 8. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Ys series, Ys has been around. It's spelled Y-S since the original Final Fantasy. So I think it just turned 34 yesterday, I believe. And I mean, I'd always grown up, kind of thought about Ys, and I think I may have even played it. No, not Earthbound, but good call there, Frank Yeager. And word on the street is you're going to be picking that up as well, which can't even tell you how excited I am for you, man, to play that game. I think you, of all people, will really enjoy and appreciate it. But I mean, I'm telling you, like, the journey that I went on in Ys 8, you know, especially with that title, Lacrimosa of Donna, which you're just like, okay, it's the 8th title in this series, right? It's the eighth title in the series. And also has like this crazy name. You've got like the red-haired protagonist, Adol Kristen, who's just Like his whole shtick, right, is he's an adventurer. And every Ys title is one of the 100 tales he wrote down before he died of all the adventures he went on. So every single series or every single game in the franchise is its own self-contained story that has references, yes, to other games in the franchise, but it kind of allows you to enter the series anywhere you want. And, you know, so I just kind of took a chance on it. And I came across one of the best games of the last generation. I can't stop thinking about it. The only other title I can think of that's impacted me this way recently, or somewhat recently in the last number of years, was Persona 5. And leaving Persona 5's core cast was so difficult. That's exactly how I felt with Ys 8's cast. But the game itself is just such a stellar game. It's so cohesive. It does so many things right. And I was really shocked and surprised and quite happy, actually, to see that it got a lot of the respect that it deserved when I headed to Metacritic and saw that it had made an 85. For a game like that you would think would be kind of niche, you assume it would be like all of those other crazy anime titles you see out there that are on sale at the PlayStation Store. It's one of the best games of the entire last generation. If you're going to play it, definitely play it on PlayStation 4, with Switch being a close second. Do not play the PC version of it. I hear there's some issues with it, but the soundtrack is, I've been listening to it all week. I've been thinking about the story. I might just keep it on my system permanently just because I love it that much. So I'm going to make a dedicated video on that for the channel. That's going to be coming up sometime in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be a passion project because it's one of those games that is just so criminally underplayed and underappreciated, and it's just sitting there for anybody to play. And I honestly think anybody could find a tremendous amount in that game, whether you like Ys or JRPGs in general. I mean, if you're any kind of gamer, there's something in this game for you. I think it's really hard to argue with the overall quality of that title. And I instantly hopped into Ys 9, which I'm having a lot of fun with. I really like that game as well. But anyway, I had to mention that as we kick off this series, or this run in this series, as we continue into the Frozen Wilds. Haven't played in 6 days. I mean, the last time we played, we had kind of done the waterlogged side quest, which was awesome. Really enjoyed that, meeting Gildan and kind of the conversation I had with you guys back then about, you know, some of the reasons why I like Gildan from my side of the coin. As in, personally, there were things that resonated about his character with me. Just the character overall, though, I mean, it was just awesome. And the Frozen Wilds continues to be just an incredible expansion of staggering quality. I really like what they've done with it, the new systems and resources they put in place, and I'm happy to be back and playing. So we're now loaded in. Let's get going. Happy Friday night. We are going to play tonight for a couple of hours. Don't have a start or end time. Well, I do have a start time, but don't have an end time in mind. It'll just probably be a couple hours here tonight, but we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go, especially with the good old brewski in hand. So let's get started and see where we got to go and what we got to do, and let's continue to explore this beautiful expansion. And thank you guys, as always, for joining. I hope everyone out there is doing well and had a great week and is ready, hopefully, for some R&R this weekend. If you have to work, I'm sorry to hear it, but thank you for working. Right now, it's important. So let's get in and continue along the way. So I'm messing around with my mic placement a little bit. If you guys have any issues, let me know. You know, if it doesn't sound quite right, if you can't hear the game, you should be able to. But you know, I'm trying some different positioning with the mic, and we'll see how that plays out. I love seeing down there immediately as we start this game that tall neck that I freed, now roaming the landscape in the distance. I absolutely freaking love it. It is something special. I didn't pick up on that right away here. I just kind of saw that the trees were moving. That wasn't a tree, ladies and gentlemen. That was a frickin' long neck that I freed from the mountainside, and I'm looking forward to more of that. What an awesome addition to the landscape. And of course, a game that's just stock full of incredible sights to see. Doing that side quest unlocked yet another one of many of them. That's awesome. Excuse me, buddy. All right, so let's head up here. Looks like we got, oh yeah, we got Got, who are we talking to? Ooh, we got to go all the way up there. That works. We also got a green exclamation point. That's how I like to start my evenings here, is picking up new side quests to continue playing the game. It makes me feel like the game is not coming to an end, even though I know it will be in the next couple of weeks. And I think as we move forward, I'm going to have to throw some more stealth streams in, because I want to get started working on this review video and kind of putting that together to wrap up this series, and then put everything together in a playlist to look fondly back on, but to be completed for new people to come across it. We're going to get a free sample box here, huh? My hors d'oeuvre box, as I call them. Let's knock them out. I mean, there's just so much here I feel I can get rid of. There's just nothing I really need, right? So let's get rid of the stalker lens. Well, now, we'll get rid of the... I haven't used the stalker lens yet. We'll get rid of the glint heart lenses. Lenses. That's how we know that we're starting off right with the brewski. I'm saying lenses. It's 7:30 in the evening instead of lenses. I still got 12 spots free here, but it's always good to have more space than you need. All right, so
I can't spare the wait.
hop up here, grab this stuff. Don't really need to do anything else other than talk to whoever this green checkmark person is. Oh, standing right next to her. Didn't even see you there, buddy.
The young hunters will learn soon enough.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
So how you doing tonight, Jaeger? Oh, it's Bergrand. Nice.
I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then
Turn up my volume here.
3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip.
I'm sentimental, so I did it on credit.
Hey,
Ooh.
boy, I'm sentimental. So I did it.
Do we know you, dude? Because we've really only talked once.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago, and I'm starting to worry about them.
All I'm hearing is Thunderjaw. Frank Yeager says, I finished cooking, settled in to watch some Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, thank you, man. It means the world that you would spend time here checking this out, especially knowing that you've played through it before. That makes me feel great, man. All right, so we've got yet another awesome dialogue wheel here that's just full to the brim with choices. And I'm really not interested in saying any of this. I'm just going to go find him. We'll figure it out. It's going to buff out. It's going to buff out. We're going to figure all this out organically. Let's just go ahead and skip these. And I love, by the way, that they give you the option to do that.
I'm not a debt collector.
I mean, that's
If I
not
look
that
for the
other
evidence,
games
make
don't,
sure
but it's
they're
always
right.
appreciated.
Of course. Fires of the Forge forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snap morphine. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too.
Translation, I need to go get all of that. Okay.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way.
All right.
If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them.
Oh, I've
there.
already decided, brother. It's worth the trouble. Let's go find him. Level 40. Okay. Oh, we're going to challenge Aerotech to a hunting competition. That's only 94 footsteps away. Let's roll into that one. How about that, guys? Yeah, you got the bandit camp stuff. That's fine. We'll just get it done. Didn't want to see bandit camps. It's the one, kind of the one aspect of the game I'm really not a fan of. But it is what it is. Man, I've been playing other games. It's weird. Some games I play, so I've been playing East 8, as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, and beating it. And my my controls were set differently. So some games I do inverse for ups and downs and all that good stuff. And other games I just do normal. So I'm going to have to really kind of get used to the camera in this again, based on what I've been playing here recently. So let's head up this way. I guess we're going to go.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small,
Interact.
it was she who led us through the frozen waste.
Who is she?
We also remember the ravenous
Oh, I'm going to
tribe
sit down. Okay.
who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken
Cool.
bones.
I like this.
Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the The ravenous tribe were never far behind.
Look at that chick on the other side there, just giving me the stink eye, the googly eye. I didn't do
And when the
nothing.
cold brought sleep, she drank
Hanging out.
light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled
We got a
with the
Banute
same
Chris Angel
light.
over here,
When she woke, she
making
knew
fire
which
appear
star
and
to
disappear
follow.
and all that good stuff.
Walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. You bid me come, she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it?
That shade of blue in the fire reminds me of the,
We go.
it reminds me of how impressed I was when Uncharted 2 first dropped, and that blue fire that's in that game and how impressive it looked. Still to this day, if you go back and look at that, it looks amazing.
Cannot hold the light.
Kind of similar here.
Carry it to your people if you must. But the cost will be great. Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin,
Nice, this is cool.
filling her up.
I'm enjoying this,
Banukai did
actually.
not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light.
The first cyborg.
When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous
Ooh.
tribe had surrounded the camp.
Yo, can I toss a
Although
dime
the
at this
light
guy?
had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the
Watch out,
machines
kids.
followed. The ravenous tribe
I would lose my mind if a kid just face planted in the bowl.
They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and
All kidding
flung
aside,
them
I do like how they've kind
And it was
of
with
set the
these
scene
that
up very
Banukai's people repaid
specifically,
the
and then
suffering
you still got the kids
ravenous
running
tribe
around. It really
When
does a good
white
job of
said,
making this feel like a lived-in, organic,
Banukai
naturally occurring type of place.
The machines bowed their heads, and her werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light.
Ooh.
And she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Finally getting some answers on their lore and their history. Pretty sweet. Really, really enjoyed that. I wonder if he just goes back and starts again. Yeah, probably.
Do not mistake my position as a
We remember
Yeah.
Banukai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers
Dude, you're a good storyteller, but I am not sitting through that again.
led us to the frozen wastes. We also
Especially if
remember the
your
ravenous
people treat me
tribe.
like poop.
Light
All right. Let's set up the mountain here. We're going to challenge Aerotech sooner rather than later. I need the human Ewok to acknowledge my ability. Oh, there's some boxes. Let's open those bad boys up and see what we got. I got 3 skill points too I could use. Let's see. What here is worth picking up? I guess that one probably would be. Let's do the triple shot. Because I'm not struggling enough as it is with my arrow inventory. But that's on me, honestly. I need to increase my my bow quivers. I need to find raccoons. I can never find them. I don't know where they're at. I'm too lazy to go find out. But find out I will at some point. Because I think in order to get the platinum, I got to fully, I think, get all of that stuff outfitted. So once I beat the main story and the expansion, there'll be some mop-up to do. And maybe you guys will see a little bit more of that on some of these Arsenal streams, which, unless I'm playing a game in this manner dedicatedly, I'm playing a wide variety of things any given week. I think the next playthrough I'll likely do, for those of you who have been asking about it, is I'll probably do a Legacy series run. And if I'm going to do Legacy series title, the first one I'm going to do is going to be the only one that I feel is worthy of being
What
done
does the Outlander
first.
I'm
And that's going to
looking
be
for
Max
Scully.
Payne.
You found her.
First Max Payne
Come. Let's get it over with.
is one of the best games ever. And if for those of you out there who've never played it, you're in for a freaking treat. So I highly recommend you check it out. I don't know yet when I'm gonna start that, but it'll be sooner rather than
Quite
later.
a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass. That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter. Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs news.
How many ears do you
I
have?
scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen. Maria said you could help me get the Were-Axe attention.
Heck
Maria
yeah,
works
Jaeger.
in strange ways.
Jaeger says, I'll watch that, The Flesh of Fallen Angels. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, for any of you out there who have not watched, or who have not played Max Payne but have seen the movie, just scrub the movie from your cerebellum. That is such an atrocious film
But
from
I'd
start to
campaign to
end.
survive in a
I might even
prison,
play
so I
through the
wanted
entire
to.
Max Payne
I'll get
series.
you
I might get
noticed if you
PlayStation
bring me the
Now
pigments I need to complete
just
my work.
to, assuming I can download them onto the system and not have to stream them, because I don't think that 2 or 3 are available on PS4 right now. Like, come on, Rockstar, can we get a remaster trilogy? We know 4 is going to happen at some point. Like, come on. If I can find a way to stream all 3 of those and play through the entire series, I will do that, because it is just a sight to behold. Spoiler alert, Max Payne is in my top 10. The original is it's so good. All right, more dialogue. Oh, trade pigments. Okay. So I guess if I find some different things, then I can, I guess, change the color of Aloy. That works of her armor.
Maria said you two were friends. I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Maria understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their Were-Axe. These pigments you want. Where should I look for them? Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs. Have you always been a painter? I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving. The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but, You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer
They are
anyway.
they are
Some
pretty
called
cool.
to the
I do
machines.
like them.
The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the Ooh.
machines listen to the call? I don't know. Others like mine
I don't know.
call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen.
Yeah, you're looking at the
Pain was loud
prophecy.
enough.
Respect. They do such a good job in between, like, you just sit here and look at Aloy, she doesn't just look like she's like, you know, like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they kind of try to do this where she looks natural and it doesn't, you know, look artificial. You don't get significant uncanny valley, but like, your character is just like, he just looks wooden. And you guys notice I talk a lot of smack on Assassin's Creed. I really don't hate the series.
I'll see what I can find.
I
got the vibe, but I'd reward you as well.
I think they've done a pretty decent job over time of kind of adding some new things to it, but for the most part, I think they fall very short in a lot of ways that there's really no excuse for. And it's really cool to see Guerrilla Games kind of enter the arena for open world first person games like this, open world third person games rather, and just execute so thoroughly and so well. It really is. It just continues to be impressive beyond all get out. It's Skyrim hop, yeah. It's a Skyrim hop. Ooh, can we go up here? Nope. Invisible wall. Alright, well, at least I can do a little dance. Make little love. Oh, snap. I can still need to get up there. How do I guess I can continue climbing. I was going to say we can zip line, which is cool, but I started singing instead. And I'm so sorry for that. I make no apologies for who I am. Except for when I sing, because God help you all. Alright. Oh. Keep going. So we got to beat the human Ewok in a hunting contest. That might be difficult given how well Ewoks hunt, as I've seen previously.
Won't get where I'm going this way.
That's odd. Oh, is this her?
Is this swaying, or is it just me? Lean into it. Sure. I'll come back. Mind that you do.
Okay, so I thought there was more up here. Okay, so I was good. It says prove yourself to the Warwick. Let's figure out where we got to go and then go lay the smack down on expectations. Pigment collector. Don't really need that mark now, do I? We already know where she's at. Oh, 2 of the following objectives. Gather... Okay, I see now. Complete a trial at the hunting grounds. Gather pigments and deliver them to Sekulai and clear out the bandit camp. I don't really want to do any of that right now. Let's go find the young Warwick hunters. 638 footsteps away. We'll see where it goes. Oh boy. I thought I was going to fall to my death. Out of my way. Nobody got time for that.
When the old ones were fresh and
yes, dude, we saw your dog and pony show. Let's go over here. I really want to know what's going on with that volcano. I think it might make sense for me to grab a mount tonight, because I think we're going to be going to a couple different places, and I really haven't done a good job of getting around for the most part. Not that there really is a good reason, given how beautiful this world continues to be. Just kind of frolicking through the woods is the way to go, but... By the way, I did have the person on Reddit who compared this to the old Hunters, one of them. I think the initial person kind of went back on and said, well, I take it back. I went back to the cut and it wasn't as... Oh, speak of the devil, a charger sites. Just what I need. But anyway, they rescinded that because I was expecting it to be a lot more difficult. And don't get me wrong, it was certainly difficult, but yeah, when you start throwing the old Hunters DLC out there when it comes to challenge, that's something else entirely. But it's all good. Uh-oh. Well, it was all good. Come here, buddy. There we go. I did pick up a watcher lens. I probably should not do that. That was something I was trying to say in one of the live streams a few live streams back. How I like how I appreciate, rather, how the enemies in the game that are meant to be mounts or not significant challenges typically just allow you to just roll past them or they run away. And then I got attacked. I think it was by a bunch of grazers. And I was like, oh, I really appreciate this. And then they all just pursued me relentlessly. What am I hearing over here? Oh. All of those chargers. You know what, buddy? How'd I miss you? Okay. Can't see anything. Gotta shake off a little bit of rust after a week off here. That did absolutely nothing. Alright, I'm getting annoyed now. Get your ass over here and die. I'm done messing around with you. It's like when I get frustrated with one of my kids. And I'm like playing around, but then they keep being bad. I mean, obviously, I don't take this approach. But sometimes you just got to put your foot down and be like, all right, enough is enough. It's over. All right. I'm so embarrassed. That's all good. I will say I'm kind of sucks that with this Weaver armor, I took one shot from a charger and it took off half of it. Oh great. It's a Scorcher. Oh boy, that's not good. Uh-oh. Don't you look at me. Don't you look at me. Oh, no. I'm just hanging out. Go. That's about what I was looking for. Now let's get our caster out here. Yep. Jeez, it takes like 8 of these. All right, let's do something kind of funny. You. Well, they give you an awful lot of mines there, don't they? I mean, I'm not arguing, don't get me wrong. I love knocking heavy weapons off of enemies' hides and using them against them, but my goodness, that's a bit of overkill, don't you think? Let's throw some in the river and see if we can get some fish. Nope. Oh, but they can still hurt me. Okay. So little friendly fire going on. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, that's that roadcaster, man. I probably still wouldn't have no idea what it was or what it did if you guys didn't give me a heads up on it, because I had really no interest in checking it out. The first half of the game or so, I was just focused on the weapons that I had and didn't really have any idea what the difference between the shadow weapons were, except maybe there was an additional modification there and, that kind of thing. Pop a quick save to start the evening here. Yeah, these guys, these grazers are gonna get it. They gave me away. They didn't help me, and they looked at me the wrong way. And there's just nothing better than hitting a bunch of canisters. I say this repeatedly. Hitting a bunch of canisters and just watching. Oh, those are freeze can. These are lance horns. Okay. Lance horns. I don't take no smack from anyone, do they? So what we actually need here are freeze arrows. I'm not gonna. Oh, I love it. I love how these enemies react when you hit them, especially in their charging. I noticed that with the behemoth. If you take the or trampler, which I got to do that. I got to do that challenge, just a dude. If you ever end up watching this, man, I know you're looking for me to do that by August 1st. I'll put some time aside, and I will do that. I will go to every single trampler site on the map, and I will clear them all without dying. That will be my goal. But when I was kind of fighting them for the first time, just, you know, breaking off a horn as they're charging at you and watching them turn away, right, in response to it, and just all the different components that you can take off, and the way it impacts the enemy's behavior. I mean, not just, you know, targeting components based on the level of damage they do, but also how they change the behavior of the enemy. That's really creative thinking. And I love how well they've executed it here in Horizon. Nice camera angle there, looking down over this cliff. Oh, we got another control tower. And we got some shell walkers as well. Demonic shell walkers at that. That's going to be very difficult to get up there in any reasonable amount of time. Maybe this would make stealth builds a little bit more viable, right? Because, I mean, this thing's completely and totally flanked here by 3 shell walkers. So I'm not thinking that. Oh, yeah, Aloy just took a skull dive right there. She's good though. I'm thinking that stealth is probably more useful for these control tower sections. Looks like we already drew some attention, unfortunately. Let's switch up here. Now, my guess is they're probably doing extra damage to kind of make up for... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see if we can do a little simple stealth. Look at me getting all stealthy with it. Uh-oh. And boom goes the dynamite. Let's go ahead and swap back onto our shield weaver armor and wreck some shell walkers, shall we? I think we shall. Holy crap, I've never seen him with the top off like that, doing his thing. I like it. Ooh. Yeah, I really don't like this tripwire thing. Like in battle, it's just too much of a pain to drop the camera, man. Come on, camera. They really got to make this change in the Forbidden West. It is. They need to make this transparent as it gets to a certain distance, because it is regularly a problem in the game with the camera. It's my only real significant issue. That and the bandit camps are super kind of annoying and boring. But again, not the end of the world or anything. But it's something they definitely call out. Health. I guess I gotta pull out those hard point arrows. Probably on me. Yeah, definitely on me. Got to get that environmental stuff going and then hit him with hard point arrows. Slow. Yeah, buddy, nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed. Oh, I love seeing him try, though, to spark that shield. Come on, Aloy. Jeez, this is embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. This is just terrible on my part. Been a while since I played. I can just be honest, the Shield Weaver armor is making me, not making me, it's allowing me to just blunt force my way through everything, brute force it. Picking up some nice resources. I like that. I like getting the extra, components, but man, I am just not playing well at all. But it's all good. We'll get better. Wow, really? Okay. Is that a homing beacon? That's got homing? We got homing style on the ranged attacks. All right. Yo, light up. Now we get the precision arrows, which do nothing. You know what? Oh, come on, strike from above. That's another thing, man, that drives me nuts about that ability is I feel like I can legitimately never, almost ever, get a strike from above going. That prompt comes up fast. I've missed it. You guys have seen it repeatedly over and over and over, even if I've got a lot of clearance and I'm jumping up from the top. It's and again, this is a nitpick ultimately for a phenomenal game. The prompts are too quick sometimes. You know, whether you're picking things up looking at an environmental interaction, or if you're trying to pull off a certain move, your prompt, if you don't do it at the exact right, I mean, if you move just a little bit, it'll go away. It's not even a timing thing. If it was a timing thing, I'd be totally fine with that, right? I don't want to come off and sound like, oh man, I can't, you know, like if you can parry, but you're just not good at parrying, that's not a fault of the games. You got to get better. In this game, it's a little bit different. They seem significantly, not glitched out, but they just seem very finicky. I guess that's the way I put it. They seem very finicky. But it'll buff out. It's all good. Let's head back to the trail here. Oh, another one. Oh. Yo, did they just respawn? Did all 4 of those just respawn? I'm not going to lie. That's poop. That is utter poop. Yeah, I really don't like that. I mean, I noticed a little bit of that in the base game as well. Do we have another control tower over here, huh? Oh, no, they're just scanning. Okay. No, it is another control tower. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I mean, is this... Huh. I mean, the control towers don't come back, right? Do they? I feel like that would be... I feel like that can't be the case. There's that's 2 Scorchers over there. Oh no, that's a Scorcher and a Long Legs. So one thing I definitely can't do.
Who's that? What does he think she's doing?
Yeah, this is our
Lady, I'm wrecking. That's what I'm doing. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue to wreck. Oh, great. Because that's what I needed. Oh boy, that is not what I wanted to see, let me tell you. Hey, where you going, buddy? Where are you going? You know what, I need to get my sling back going. I like the sling a lot more than I like the wires, so I don't know why I deal with the wires. I use them a lot when I'm in the bandit camps. They're pretty cool in there. You can just abuse the AI and just lead them into a bunch of traps. So we'll certainly look to do that. Let me crack a quick brewski here. And thank you guys again, as always, for joining. It looks like we don't have anywhere near as many people tonight, which is fine. No big deal. I know a lot of you guys watch this recorded, but let's see. Sling. Yeah, I guess I'm just not really good at taking enemies down quickly. So I'm still trying to, with these demonic ones, figure out the best way to do things. And it looks like it's pretty much the same as before, right? Get them environmentaled up in some way, shape, or form. Preferably what they're weak to. And then hit them with those hardpoint arrows. Let's open some of these treasure boxes. Nothing screams treasure box like rocks. What is this, Christmas morning? Alright. Pick up some shards. Yep, metal vessels. Some weapon modifications. All right, maybe I should take a look at my weapon mods. Get rid of this. Disassemble anything that's not purple. Purple Nerfler. All right. Let's craft, modify weapons. Shadow Ropecaster. I have not popped anything into. That's on me. I mean, there's really not a whole lot here, right, that we need to put on. Maybe handling, something with better handling, but we don't need tear damage or anything like that. We just need, yeah, we'll throw in some handling there. The Minook Storm Slinger. This weapon fires charged bolts. Consecutive bolts build up a larger charge and deal increased damage. All right. Haven't used that before, but we will definitely check that out here at some point. Shadow Sling, I think we've already got a lot of good stuff on here. Handling and tear there. Let's see. Yeah, leave the 59%, the 43 damage. Okay, here's a tear coil. I think what we're going to do is add additional tear and damage. There we go. Inventory. Weapons. Where's my sling? There we go. Take off that tripcaster. Looking forward to seeing how this handling on this roadcaster is gonna improve. Oh, much better. Wow, that's way better. There we go. I really like this new heavy weapon they've added. They're really, you know, it'd be cool if I could shoot this. Let's see if I can shoot these and cause a reaction. Oh, that's cool. And he doesn't do the reaction I was looking for. That's cool. You can shoot them individually. That's nice. But yeah, this new weapon that they've got is pretty unique and different from any of the other ones we've seen in the game up to this point, and I like that. Oh, look at him go. Post-apocalyptic game, a spin the bottle. Which machine are we gonna make out with here? Up. Are we gonna find out? Ooh, guys, I'm kind of invested now in watching this stop. Slowing down. Slowing down.
Cold. Very cold. I get it.
Come on. Up. Oh, no, I thought it stopped. Nope. Alright, I ruined it. Oh, well.
Don't know what business this is of yours, Outlander.
Yo, hold your tongue.
What was all that about? What game are you playing here?
I'm showing you how it's done.
Good
Could let you
Lord.
die. How about that? Show a little respect. I am Elizabeth. Not really, but close enough. Well, at least now I can go down, take down that control tower quickly, right? Fourth one tonight. Not four, it's like the third one.
I'm a friend. Bergren sent me, told me you might need some help.
That Oseram blowhard in Song's Edge? Did he pretend to be concerned for us? We're doing fine. We don't need to be looked after like children.
Clearly you do.
That's not the way Bergren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Bergren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Bauer. Let undercuts slit our throats.
Oh, that sounds good.
Blue light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we are traveling to the Sundom.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know what the Sundom is.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Bergren.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into 2 pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just
I was just thinking the same thing. 'Cause this
I
guy
bet that
really is
scam
dumb.
artist Oseram could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Bergren.
Like him, Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw. And
Boys, shut up! Ugh.
Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
I've got the Scorcher Claw Bergren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you 3 out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along.
Yeah, you just killed
But
everything in our
everyone is-
path
The bloody
in front of
snowdrifts
us while
aren't
we did
accepting
nothing.
new
I guess you
hunters.
can come along.
bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
Well, see you later. Big gulp, eh? Cool.
Shield won't hold up against those pulses.
But they don't need to, because I just ripped. Whoosh. Michael Bay style. I gotta edit that down and put it in 20x slow motion. Guys, we are leveling up like candy. Leveling up like candy. We got, I think, a trophy popping at 50 here. So we'll definitely get that tonight. Alright, the next encounter is about 1,000 feet away. So let's roll. Ooh, campfire. I really gotta find some raccoons. Hopefully raccoons live in the frozen depths of the earth. Because I haven't seen any. And I really could use more than 15 arrows in this sharp shot bow. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I hear a goat. Excuse me. Alright. Let's get him with a harvest arrow. Oh, get back here, goat. I like it's got all 3 arrows sticking out of it.
Save this for later.
I don't feel like I got any additional resources at all. That'll buff out. Oh, what do you know, Shellwalkers? don't need to see me. Nope, you don't see me. I'm good.
Just stay out of their way for now.
Another control tower. There's so many of these. Can't override them, huh? Wow. Because they're demonic. Oh, that really sucks. So there's no overriding them either because they're demonic. Okay. Well. Sweet. What do we got here? Fire bellowbacks. Okay. Not sure why that did literally no damage whatsoever to... And I'm starting to kind of get over the whole control tower thing. It's cool at first, but it's just, at this point, kind of annoying. A little bit, to be honest with you. Not really digging it. I mean, literally no damage whatsoever being done. Then you got kind of these AI issues where they can't go past this general border. So, okay. Alright, so I got 3 tier point arrows here. Yeah, and I can't seem to... Okay, there we go. Now we got 3 of them on. Let's see what that does. Not a whole lot, huh? Alright. Well. Just abuse these boundaries pretty blatantly. See him turn around and walk away. It's unfortunately really obvious that you can do it. It's been the first time since I've started playing this game where so far the session has been Kind of feels like I'm just going through the motions a little bit. amount of ropes or wires it takes to drop a demonic enemy is just crazy. Guys are just walking around. I really need to kill me some raccoons. Oh, I keep forgetting this can... No one... Man, I am so dumb. I keep forgetting these control towers repair their health. I'm like, why is this doing no damage? I don't understand. Hold on a second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is totally the Brewski speaking. Let me go ahead and take this one literally on the chin. I'm sitting there like I really legitimately thought that was almost dead. I'm doing 679 damage. Why am I continuing to be out of arrows? Oh, dear Lord. I am not, however, enjoying the control towers tonight. I've done 4 of them in the span of like 20 minutes. It's like every place I go, there's another control tower. It would have been nice if they spaced them out a little bit more. Yes. Got to override the control tower first, says Jaeger. The tower heals them, and I read that immediately after I fail. No one was watching for a while, but I figured I'd just focus on the game and yeah. Let's try this again, shall we? Let me lick my wounds here. Well, at least my sprinting now is, what do you call it? Silent. At least our components don't come back, right? Buddy, you don't see me. Here, go chase this rock. No! That was so close. I just don't have the patience tonight for this. I just really don't have the patience tonight for this. Oh. And the first time I've died in multiple sessions. Okay. Yeah. Annoying. Dumb. I don't want to do control towers. I'm just going to move on. Is that a raccoon? Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Right now. You die. Oh. It's a badger. Come on, game. Yeah, come on. Cut me a break, would you? Alright. Alright. Alright, so this guy walks to the right, these other two. I guess all I gotta do is get to that bush without being seen and then just override it from the bush. Alright, Brock. You are so dumb, yes you are, you're so dumb. Comically simple. Alright, so, after that debacle of my own making, Oh yeah, we can do this too. I think because it's already on environmental cooldown. Let's see if I can do extra damage. I sure can. Well, I could.
Oh boy.
Let's hit up a little fire. You can't get me, buddy. Nothing you can do. I'm standing on rock. There we go. Imagine that. I can actually damage them with the control tower down. Craft up. Let's get 3 arrows on and shoot him right in the O-ring. Or in the spine, I guess. The spine works too. Man, it feels good to have this sling going again, though, let me tell you. There we go. In the face. Oh, no, we gotta get 3 arrows in there, Aloy. You skill them all, you know? There we go. Oh boy. Comically easy when I'm not acting like a moron. Thank you, Jaeger, for the friendly reminder that the tower heals him, because I had completely forgotten. It's been a while. Alright, if I don't see another control tower the rest of this session, I will be thrilled. And then earlier, man, going literally 20 feet away, turning around to come back, and then all 4 of those shell walkers just respawning. Something I wasn't a fan of either. I think when you clear out anything, like, it should be a certain amount of time before they come back. It shouldn't be like distance based, because then you have situations like that where. Oh boy. All right, resources. Let's get rid of some of this stuff, shall we? Do we need a turkey bone? I don't think we do. Always plenty of turkeys I can find. I'm not really worried about those. Clearly don't need them. Okay, get rid of those. Get rid of some rabbit bones. Same thing. Boom. Goat bones we'll hold on to because I don't know what they're used for. Other than that, it's just lenses. I'd really like a box. If I could throw some stuff in a box in storage, that'd be nice. Looks like I got plenty of luminous braidings. I can get rid of that one at the end there. I'll just get rid of the machine core. I only have 12,000 shards. Alright. Pick up the Bellowback heart in case we need it. I'm really hoping I can find a raccoon somewhere, though. I desperately need to get more than 15 arrows in this sharp shot bow's quiver. Across the board. Let's hit a manual save. It's been a while. In fact, I don't think I've done a manual save so far. Yes. Boop. 9.5, a 9.5, and a 6.5 from the French judge. You know what? I'm so sick of these watchers. I didn't do anything. Hey, how do you know where I'm at? Hey, I'm in the bushes. You shouldn't be able to see me.
Stay down.
That's what I thought. Ha! I'm in the water. Oh, God. Uh-oh. I'm under the ground. Oh, joy. Oh, snap. Look at Aloy getting tricky with it. Sit down. Enough. Charger's trying to act a fool. Oh yeah, come on, why don't you charge? Yep, that's a good idea. How'd that work out for you? I like this. Oh man, we got yet again another awesome freaking different type of environment here. A little subset where it looks like something happened. We got fire that took down these trees, and we've got hot springs in the area as well. And apparently you can go underneath in the caves here. Or at least I did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna I'm gonna lie. I'm just gonna pretend like I tried that. Yeah, I did that on purpose. That was part of my tactics, part of my skills. All right, raccoons. It's warm enough here that you should be able to pop out. Ooh, ooh. Squirrel, a goat. Yo. The lack of raccoons in this expansion is concerning. I might have to head back to the main map at some point because I can't keep crafting as much as I've been. It's killing my resources from a wire standpoint. I wonder if this will heal your health, Zelda style. If I'm hurt, you can jump in the hot springs and get your health back. Or Ghost of Tsushima style, you get a little bit of extra health. That'd be nice. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but I would assume you could probably heal yourself up in those hot springs. Fairly common. Or maybe not. I see another long neck to free, and I am more than down with that. Or maybe not a long neck, maybe it's just Eclipse. Sure looks like a long neck, at least the disc part of it. Maybe it's not one that I can repair, but we're going to take a look. Oh, cool. There's a control tower. Can you imagine? Can you believe it? Bandit Slugger. I really, really, really don't have the patience tonight.
Subtle. Clearing them out would send a different kind of message.
Yeah, it would. Let's see if we can get a one-shot kill on these level 18s. Yep, that's good. And this will be where we pop out that rope caster again. The only time I really use it. Or not rope caster, the trip caster. Is, like I said before, to just totally abuse the AI.
Pay attention. I'm shooting here. I
Oh, I really, really hate bandit camps. They're extremely annoying with their god tier freaking, what do you call it, aim. Actually, I had to use a health potion for the first time in ages. That's fine. What? Take a seat. How about that? You too. Ow. Not gonna lie, I do kind of like how they're not running into those traps. It looks like they're at least somewhat aware now that they're there, which is a nice change of pace. Because in the base game, bandit camps, man, you could just laugh and just like run around in circles as they
Cover the area.
Okay, well, I guess I take back what I was saying. Hey, look at how good that shot was. Well, you tried.
got you located.
Hi. Triple shot. I missed. I missed with the triple shot. Look at me getting all cocky. Hey. Well, I guess we'll have to settle for double. really should probably be using hunter arrows, huh? Nothing?
We're dead too if you don't fight.
Death's coming for you.
Thought I had that one.
And just get in the bushes and cheese it, you know? Boom. Yeah, well, fortunately that state of play looked like it really is improving on the human combat side of things. I'm really looking forward to kind of what they have in store for that, because I think if anything they know. And again, also, just everybody knows where you are. If anyone spots you, everyone just like goes. They know it. Yeah, it's the weakest part of the game for me. Easily. Human combat. You die. I mean, it's still nice hitting headshots, don't get me wrong. It's just not particularly challenging, even though it's really terrible tonight. That's fine. Really? You fat rolled out of the way? Dude, I just shot you right in the head of your wang. You just must have been wearing a cup. Alright. This is getting old. There have been numerous times in the base game, too, and I've talked about this a few times, where you hit him dead in the chest and it just doesn't do anything. Look at this Braveheart wannabe. There we go. Alright. Now that that's over.
I need this.
I really do like this environment, though. This is cool. Distinctly Frozen Waste, or Frozen Wild style, but also different from anything else we've seen so far in the DLC, which is cool.
Alright.
See, is this the bandit leader? No. Shouldn't have turned your back. Oh, boy. There we go. Oh. There we go. I do like that it hit her back instead of her going through in her head. Oh, right in the skull. Ain't no coming back from that, is there? Nope. Not getting up from that.
Bandits aren't subtle.
All right.
Taking them out would send a different kind of message.
Let's see where that leader is. Nice to have had to use a couple of healing potions for the first time in ages. Pick up some Ridgewood here.
If they light that signal, it'll make a lot of noise. There. Keep this quiet.
Aloy, I think it's a little bit late for that. I love the way she jumps from up high. It's such a cool animation where she's got like her arms out and her legs up. Alright, so where we got this leader at? Ooh, guys, we got our first pigment. Let's go. This reminds me of a really cool location in Genshin Impact and in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Both have done a wonderful job with kind of like these water puddle cliffs. This looks beautiful. All right, I saw the pigment. Where is it? There it is.
Something Sakuli can use.
I like that as a collectible. That's cool. I thought that it'd allow you to dye armor, but it looks like you just hand it over. Oh wait, no. I guess you hand it over and then you get in return some armor dye. So I'm looking forward to applying that to Aloy. It looks like this long neck's just been severed, and that's not one we can wake up. Which I'd really like to know how they did that because of how indestructible they supposedly are. So guys, by the way, I got so I picked up my Xbox Series X. It's sitting right over there. Got nothing to play yet on it, but I might play Gears 5. We'll see. We'll see. It's really mostly a paperweight until the fall comes out. It's kind of or I guess the holidays. It's a winter. It's more of a future-proofing move than anything because I really do think, you know, as salty as I was on my video, and I'm getting some hate for that, by the way. I probably should not have tagged it to be seen by Microsoft fanboys, but I did. So it's got far more dislikes than it has likes, but that's fine. Don't really care. The point is, even though I think they really screwed up with their E3 showing because it was called literally the Bethesda Games Showcase, and then they didn't talk at all about their major Bethesda games, like their biggest franchises. Like, they should have kicked the can down the road, and once they were ready to show some more stuff, kind of revealed that partnership formally. They didn't have to kind of build into E3. By standard E3 showing, it was a solid E3 for Microsoft, but as a Bethesda showcase and the reveal of that vision and that roadmap, that's where it fell flat. They wasted that opportunity because you really only get a chance to reveal that $8 billion acquisition once to make a good first impression. They just totally failed to do that. But regardless of all that, I still believe that Xbox is going to make an incredible dent in Sony's exclusivity. I think it's going to be potentially the place to play this generation as more years kind of go on. So it's a future-proofing move. But you guys can see in some of the other videos I've done, Microsoft has my attention. They've earned my business. I'm really looking forward to having games to play on it and to be able to play things, to not have to choose between like 4K, 60 frames per second, and 120 refresh rate with your variable sync and all that good technical lingo. I got the TV to make use of all of it, and I'm really excited to check it out. Jaeger says Gears 5, not a bad game. Thanks, man. I'm glad to hear that. I'm looking forward to trying it out. So I think I'll probably play that while I wait for some other things, but I've just got so much to play. I'm shelving things, which is good. We'll be shelving Horizon here in the next couple of weeks. And then I can make the video that I want to make on that. Oh, looks like here's the leader. Or no, he's just a hostile bandit warrior. All right, let's get 3 of these precision arrows going, and we'll just dome him right in the head. How's that sound? I love how his buddy's just like, I didn't notice anything. Just chilling out, just hanging. Sitting on a log. Making s'mores. Maybe pooping. Why can't I do a silent strike here? Let's take a look before they die. Ooh. Yes. Let's see if they... Ooh, look at Guerrilla Games putting in blinks when we probably would never have seen them otherwise. Oops, sorry. And then we pull one of the eyeballs out of the socket. And we roast it on an open fire and eat it. Okay, that'd be a drastic turn of events for Horizon. But no, I am very excited. So I got that Xbox Series X, but I have coming next month for my Switch. And when they announce that Switch Pro, let me tell you, I'm going to have that as well, of all 3 of them. But I'm picking up Skyward Sword HD, the remaster. I'm very, very excited about that as we wait for more. Now I'll have 2 Zelda titles to play. I'll have that and Link's Awakening. It's just a good time to be a games fan, period. But Metroid Dread. You had me at Metroid. You guys saw in my first E3 video, I talked about I can't get my hopes up for a 2D Metroid game because I don't like having my heart ripped out of my chest, right? I expected to hear that Metroid Prime 4's development was going well, and I thought that we would get a Metroid Prime trilogy, which, guys, we need to, Nintendo has absolutely got to get some ports of these other Metroid games onto their console. They have to. Right now, all you can do, and again, if you guys have seen my videos, you've seen me talk about this, you can only play the original Metroid and Super Metroid right now on your Switch. That's it. Those are the only 2 Metroid games you can play. Now we got Metroid Dread coming out, which is just so epic I can't even articulate it accurately. I just can't. Which is easily my most anticipated or most excited I was the entire E3 this year was for Metroid Dread. And I'd love to be able to play some of these other Metroid titles waiting for it, and I just simply can't. But that Nintendo Switch Pro I expect to be debuted here in the next few weeks as well. Nintendo historically does not... Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got Bane. Bane style.
Smells peaceful.
I hate peace.
I hate peace. A lot of people die peacefully. Not me.
Oh, that's true.
I got a feeling. Search the camp.
What gave it away, buddy? Was it the mound of corpses leading to your feet?
I don't think
I think it might have been Elite. Ooh, we got Elite Bandit Archers at level 28. And a 37 Bandit Leader. I can't mess around. All right. So let's start off with a quick one here. Or just give my position away. Could do that too, you know. Yeah, come on over here, buddy. Come on over here. Here, how about you be dumb and go look at this rock? What was that? Oh my goodness, what could that have been? The sound of your death.
You're trash now.
And boom goes the dynamite. Oh. Toasty. 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 I mean, seriously, the AI in this is the human AI. This is so bad. I mean, it really is bad. It's fine. It's all good. It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world or anything. It's just kind of noticeable. Let's hit 3 arrows on his backpack.
Get eyes on him. Search is up. Fights on.
So I can't do Leader Strike. So guys, I picked up Leader Strike a couple sessions ago, and I have yet to be able to use it on a leader. Kind of antithetical to what the skill's supposed to be, you'd think. Alright, let's see if we can still get the kind of the stupid AI style here. Just put up a bunch of these, lead them into it. Oh, you can scan.
Rost always said.
Ross did always say patience, didn't he? Hey, dummy. I'm over here. I just walk right in, right into the tripwire. It's floss, right? It's floss. That's all it is.
I hear something in that grass.
You hear something. I hear something over there. You don't say. Oop.
There's someone here.
You think?
Man, got him.
I'm just gonna saunter over here casually. What what is with this? Is it another control tower that's... I mean, guys, the control towers are a bit much. It's not that they're challenging or they take your armor away. I really like that initially. It's just that they're like... I just really don't like them at all. Like, they were cool very, very early on. They were kind of cool.
I'm gonna shine right through you when I'm done.
I'll lead him back over here to the traps.
You're dead.
Oh, am I? Am I dead? You're dead. As I put 2 in your skull. Actually, we're gonna go with 3. How's that? You know what, dude? I'm sorry. Oh, come on. Just end it. There we go. This guy will finish up close and personal. Oh, it's so dumb. It's hard to feel proud of that. Alright, I guess we'll take the bandit leader's weapon. Not until I get all my own weapons back. Yeah, the less bandit camps we do, the better. Bandit leader's weapon box, alright. Forge fire. You've acquired a new powerful weapon, the Forge Fire, capable of firing new ammunition types. This combat challenge will help you learn its utility and hone your skills. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, so you fire flamethrower stuff. Cool. And you can modify it. That works for me. 0 of 3 machines set on fire using flamethrower. Okay. Alright. I gotta kill this person. Okay. 1 straggler. I was down looking for Fig Newtons. Crab battle. Pick up rock. The most elite of loot. The rock. I mean, guys, it has its own color in the game, so I mean, you can't argue that it's the most elite of the elite. I really want to jump off here and do an attack from up here, but I know that given how gimmicky kind of that, or how difficult it is to do an attack from above, it's not really gonna work. Probably just fall to my death. So now I can go back and challenge Mr. Ewok and figure out what's what. Sound good? That was an awkward staring contest. I'm just going to assume that Aloy won.
In fact, I'll bet my name's all over Sun's Edge. Might be time to challenge our talk.
Oh yeah. Hey buddy, give me my hors d'oeuvres. Excuse me. So, Jaeger, did you play? Have you been playing Gears on PC? You played it before? There's a lot of, you know. Here's the thing, though. Like, I could pop on that Xbox and grab it, grab Game Pass. I can pick up. I can be playing games back to the original Xbox, maybe Fable 1 and 2. I mean, I'm excited, man. I mean, you guys know me, right? Like, graphics to me don't mean crap as long as the gameplay is solid, and I can appreciate games from the past. So there are all these exclusive, not just from Xbox Series X to play while I'm waiting for Halo Infinite to come out, which is what I will be playing instead of Battlefield 2040 garbage. I'll be playing that significantly this year. I'll be streaming the crap out of it. I am so excited about that game, man. And I never thought, years ago, I never thought I'd ever be in a position to say that I'm excited about a Halo, except Halo 2 was awesome, but it's the last time I've really engaged with the series, and you guys know I thought the first one was one of the most overrated games ever, especially with Red Faction being out at the time. And that's a whole conversation for another story. Yeah. Whole conversation for another story. A whole conversation for another time. That's what I meant to say. So let's go. Let's head back and tug on Air Attack's face beard a little bit. Just, you know, just boop, boop, on both little sides there. Let them know we ain't messing around. Jaeger says, I played it on the Xbox One. Dude, I never knew you owned an Xbox One, to be honest with you. That's awesome. Any other recommendations, man, from, you know, for an exclusive, you know, point of view that you would recommend? But when we talk about, by the way, guys, I talk about that future-proofing move. I'm talking like any Bethesda game. There's starting to be serious rumors now that Fallout, Elder Scrolls, they're all going to be exclusive to Xbox. And well, I say Xbox, the Xbox ecosystem, so PC, all that stuff. I never thought that would be the case. I really didn't. I thought, all right, we're going to go into Bauer Babble for a minute. We haven't done this yet tonight, so let's talk here real quick. Of course, I say real quick, and you guys are like, Bauer, we've been here before. You always say real quick, and then 40 minutes later, sorry, half podcast, guys, half stream. So we'll keep with that. We'll keep with that here. Anywho, put the controller down for a minute before we go challenge Air Attack and wreck face. Here's the deal. Microsoft knows that the biggest issue they have right now is not technology. Technology is the most it's the largest advantage that Microsoft has. PlayStation 5 is awesome from a technology standpoint. I think as a next-gen console, it fails in a lot of ways. At least up to this point, I've been really disappointed with my PlayStation 5, and you guys have heard me talk about that, so I won't tread that old ground here. But they got the best games. Period. They just do. I mean, that's a fact. If you want to deny that, that's on you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But Xbox knows that. Microsoft knows that. Again, this is why I thought their E3 showing was so weak, was because they positioned it there as Bethesda's, you know, their big reveal of their Bethesda acquisition. They didn't talk about any of their biggest EPs. But what they did talk about were, you know, what was the Xbox Game Pass, you know, which is going to be just an incredible value. But this ecosystem that they've put in place, putting gamers first, where you can even play Xbox Live on your Nintendo Switch, which is just such a wild, unique concept in the gaming space. But you've got true modding that you can do and all this good stuff. But they need the games. So when you take, I don't care how big you are, even if you're the size of Microsoft, to put $8 billion to acquire a massive studio like Bethesda, not just Bethesda. I think they've got like 23 unique developers they've gobbled up. You know, you've got Obsidian in there, and you've got all types of other developers. You've got NXL Entertainment, the folks who made Wasteland 3, which is another video I'll be making here in the near future, because that is the Fallout game that we all deserved but never got following Fallout New Vegas. If you haven't played Wasteland 3, absolutely have to check it out, especially if you're a fan of CRPGs in any way, shape, or form, a post-apocalyptic Fallout-style universe, and just really a deep RPG that's kind of Dungeons and Dragons, statistics and your choices mattering and all that kind of stuff. More on that another time. But the point is, I mean, they're really not messing around, right? So they've already announced the Outer Worlds 2 is going to be exclusive, and I was disappointed with the first one, considering what it could have been. But I think the second one will be a significant increase in scope, and I think their second entry will be balls to the wall awesome. Exclusive to Xbox. Not going to be out for years, but I want to play it. I'm going to own an Xbox. Whatever they do with Doom, that's probably going to be exclusive, and that alone would sell a console for me. But then you've got Elder Scrolls and Fallout, man, and Avowed, which is Obsidian's take on Skyrim, set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, which if you haven't played the game before, just know it's an extremely rich, lore-based type of world that is awesome. I mean, if you like fantasy RPGs, holy crap. And kind of seeing what Obsidian has done in that same style when they released Fallout New Vegas, now you're going to kind of do that same thing, but it be their answer in 2022 or 2023 to Skyrim before Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Oh my goodness, buy an Xbox Series X. Starfield, even though my biggest complaint is we still know nothing about it, and Todd Howard's like, it's Skyrim in space. All right, I mean, we need to know more about that, right? You can't just be like, oh, we're Bethesda. like, you should buy this because we're Bethesda, because you have Fallout 76 staring you in the face, and you have all these great developers who formerly were amazing, who have since fallen and become shells of themselves. Like I said in that Microsoft video, which again, if you haven't seen, go back and check out. You can't just buy stuff based off a developer name for the most part. But Bethesda is a little bit different because of the sheer amount of franchises they have, the amount of teams working under them, and the inclusion of ZeniMax Online. You got Fable coming. You got Halo Infinite. That's just to name a few, just a small few. Point is, I fully anticipate Microsoft to make massive gains on Sony this generation, not just with the exclusivity side of the coin, but also with the fact that they've got the best technology. So even those multi-platform games that happen to end up on both platforms, they're going to play best on Xbox. A lot of those are also going to be timed exclusives that come to Xbox first. And yeah, there will be some, for no question, for PlayStation that do the same. But, you know, I just think it's an amazing future-proofing move. I don't have to unpack that until this holiday season or even next year. And I'm good with that. But I got one. I'm ready to go. I believe in the vision. And this is the first time in 20 years since they've been around, since Xbox has been around. Literally, since 2001, it's the only time ever that I felt compelled to own an Xbox console, and here I finally own one. And it on one hand, it feels weird, but I'm really excited. I think what Xbox is doing and how they're putting gamers first, and admittedly probably because they're so far behind Sony right now that's just what's best for business. I think if their roles were reversed, they'd be doing the same thing Sony is doing, and nickel and diming every chance they get, kind of getting that arrogant head. I mean, it is big tech at the end of the day, Microsoft after all. But I mean, you got to always watch out for yourself as the consumer. Sony's return to PS3 era Sony, unfortunately, and I'm looking for reasons to diversify and play on other systems. And maybe one day, depending on how this generation plays out, maybe I'll end up playing Xbox as my primary console versus PlayStation. We'll pump the brakes on that one right now, but I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. We'll see if I play anything before Halo comes out. I think Gears 5 might be that title, especially with those upgrades that they've brought to it. I've never played a Gears title before. They've got a tactical game, although I'm putting most of my tactical games into the Mario and Rabbids, which has just been awesome. Awesome. Now that Wasteland 3 is done. It's shockingly great game. I think if you own a Nintendo Switch, that's a must-own game. It sounds so weird to say, but it really is. Look, guys, a great game is a great game. That's going to probably go on a shirt somewhere, I think. Jaeger says, not too many exclusives. Sunset Overdrive was a decent game. I haven't played Quantum Break. Quantum Break, I think, is that Remedy's? Yeah, I think it's Remedy's exclusive. And if it's Remedy's exclusive, you had me at Remedy. I mean, absolutely. If Quantum Break is what I think it is and made by Remedy, I'll probably check that out for sure. Because, I mean, obviously Max Payne, before they sold the rights to Rockstar. Control, which I, for a solid portion of the game, thought was like a 7.5. And then it just blossomed into an incredible, amazing game. One of the very few I bothered to get a platinum trophy and still felt like playing. Amazing game at the end of the day. You kind of had to work to get to that point, but if you let that game kind of, you sip it in like a fine wine, you let it get its roots into you and blossom. Control is excellent work from Remedy. I'm looking forward to the Alan Wake remaster. Maybe I'll even play Alan Wake before the remaster. Who knows? We'll see, because I can probably play that now on the Series X. But what's really cool is the Series X just natively improves the frame rates and the visual fidelity and everything by design, and they enhance and embrace that backwards compatibility style, which is something Sony, you guys have heard me talk about in the past as well, just continues to refuse to do because they don't have any incentive monetarily to do it. So gamers are left out in the cold because they honestly, at the end of the day, couldn't care less. They want to make every penny and dime that they can. And right now they're in a position, they know that they can do whatever they want, and people are still going to buy their system in droves. They're in the driver's seat. But I think with some of these moves Microsoft has made and what kind of is lying ahead, and as these exclusives come out and as things kind of change, the dynamic's going to change, right? Especially as we let a few years go by. So that's why I picked one up. I'm really excited to play, to get it going and all that good stuff. But right now I'm still focused on my PlayStation and my Nintendo Switch with an eye towards that Nintendo Switch Pro. But I got Link's Awakening, or Link's Awakening and Skyward Sword HD coming next month. We'll definitely be streaming some of that. Very excited about it. We got a lot here coming up on this channel on all 3 next generation consoles. And I'm looking forward to just continuing this journey with all of you out there and the new subscribers that I gain in the coming months and years and all that good stuff. We're going to go on some journeys together. This is going to be fun to kind of watch this channel grow, to kind of just extend kind of the reach and the hangout times with you guys, and to just do life together when it comes to games. And we'll talk about other topics too. It doesn't always have to be video games, right? We can talk about other things. I'm down for that. But it's just fun. I mean, it's just fun. It's exciting. You know, it's really exciting. I also wanted to comment quickly. I've not forgotten about the $50 gift card giveaway. There's all these rules that I've been researching from YouTube. You got to do it a certain way. Got to do a privacy policy. It's not going to be a privacy policy. What's going to happen is you guys are going to have to sign up. I'll give you the link to sign up. You have to put in your email address and stuff. And then what I'll do with that information is I'll just destroy it. You know, once we do the randomized winner and all that stuff, I'll either encrypt the file and destroy the key so that nobody can access it, or just digitally shred it. So I do information security for a living. I know how to securely delete data. They have something called the right to be forgotten. Well, I'll put those standards in place. So, but keep an eye out. I'll put up a very brief video, probably this weekend or maybe early next week, where I'll say, hey guys, this is a $50 thing. In order for you to join, you have to click this link, add your stuff here, and all that good, you know, fun procedural type of things. And then we'll give you guys a $50 gift card. So looking forward to that as well. Jaeger says, I wonder how long Game Pass will remain as is. It's a great value for gamers, but Microsoft loses a ton of money on the program. Something will give. You know, I'm not sure if they do. It seems like what they want, man, what they're after is it seems like really what they're after are subscribers. They don't seem to care about the traditional console war. I mean, I think Game Pass alone is going to sell a ton of consoles, but I mean, they're going to give up hardware, software sales for Game Pass subscriptions. And when you've got this many people that are willing to spend $15 a month, I mean, over time, that just accrues and accrues and accrues. You think about all the people who just leave like $10 subscriptions or $15 subscriptions lapse because they're too lazy to cancel it alone. I mean, that's a significant portion of revenue. I think what they're doing is brilliant, man. We'll see. They might change the model with inflation and some of those things that are going on now with this economy that's just totally and completely collapsing, but we won't get into that. But I honestly think that they're going to do amazing. I think Game Pass is going to bring more people into console sales and actually embolden and enhance it. So we'll see where that goes. But I can understand why you think something might have to give. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's get back to Horizon now. That's a nice little segue back, I guess, into Horizon by saying, well, we're not there yet with Xbox. That's the future right now. PlayStation is where we got to be. If you're a gamer, it's the best place to play. And it will be for a while. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't imagine any situation where I'm no longer playing PlayStation like I was not playing Xbox, right? I mean, there are always going to be those exclusive games worth owning a PlayStation for. I'm just really looking forward to Microsoft humbling Sony a little bit, and Sony kind of getting back to, even if they have to be forced to monetarily, treating their consumers and their fans and their gamers who put them where they are today and effectively save their company. Sony was going downhill. If it wasn't for the PlayStation division bolstering them, they would be in serious trouble. So seeing them become so corporate, elitist, arrogant, all that stuff has been really frustrating to watch because I've been really aware of it. And I watched it happen through PS4 as they rebounded from, you know, a mostly terrible PS3 era where people didn't put up with that crap. I think what was PS3 when it first launched? Like $599 plus. It was like crazy cost, and they wouldn't bring it down. And then they killed backwards compatibility, where, you know, they intentionally put out a patch that wouldn't allow you to play your old games. You couldn't stick your old games. And I remember because I had Contra Shattered Soldier that used to play on my PS3, and it was the blue disc from PS2, and I could no longer play it one day. And it's because I implemented the patch and the updates, and it's just garbage. And then they were humbled because they totally got beaten by Xbox for 360, and then Microsoft massively dropped the ball on their own, and Sony came back, and then they kind of near the end of PS3 started releasing these great exclusives, and now they just have a stranglehold on the market, but I think that's only a limited time. We'll see where it goes. But for now, let's get back to some Horizon Zero Dawn and check out a few more quests here in the Frozen Wilds. Let's do this. Oh. Oh, that is not a good warm beer. Oh, all right. Ooh. All right. Excuse me. Challenge air attack. Don't mind if I do. You'll get all the anti-SJWs saying, oh, of course she's going to go challenge the male. Look, guys, and this might ruin things for you guys, but let me just be honest with you, okay? I'm a conservative. All right? I'm an independent, but I'm conservative. And those are things where, like, I will readily call out when people are pandering, right, to certain topics. I think that it's female empowerment, LGBTQ, that kind of stuff. Those topics can be done, and they can be, but when they're approached, they should be done with a level of depth and meaningfulness and those types of things that they deserve. I can't stomach seeing just shameless pandering and just including certain things just for the sake of it, for no other reason than to say, oh, we got to check a box. That's insulting to those communities, right? It's insulting to those topics, and I call it out regularly when I come across it. That's unfortunately mostly the case. You see, it's these comments like, I like money, so then they put in, the topics, but they don't handle them with any real grace or meaning, or depth. And I don't like being preached to either. So I'm on the same side of the fence when it comes to kind of calling out those things where it makes sense to do so. I've seen none of that in this game. I love that Aloy's this strong, powerful female. I love that she's about to go challenge air attack. I love how she's been handled from a character development standpoint, how she's been written. I don't view her in any way, shape, or form as a Mary Sue, and anybody that's out there spewing that, they either haven't played the game or they just want to have their heels dug in. And there's places to dig your heels in there, and you guys will see that I dig my heels in on certain games and topics where I don't think they're being handled the right way. But there are a lot of instances too on the other side of the coin where it's not like it's actually being done well and it's being done right, and there's no need for crying foul. Like I said, guys, I'll be passionate, but I'm always going to be objective, right? I'm going to approach these things with integrity, and there's just not a whole lot of that these days on either side of the coin, right? Regardless of where you fall politically. I think that there's just compromised people everywhere. So enough of that. Let's go talk to this dude on a stump and be like, yo, let me pull your Ewok beard.
My people have been telling tales of your accomplishments. Yup. Seems you have taken a special interest in our stretch of snow outland.
Sure have.
Yes. And apparently this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Oh, snap. Oh, I love the look on his face.
For the Warwick.
You? This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Eratok.
Ooh.
Now I see. The Outlander's your pawn. And with you backing her claim, I have no choice but to accept.
Yup.
I expected better of you, sister.
I just want to tug on that, like the middle part of that beard so bad. Just like a little tug, just a little one.
This is a little more complicated than I thought.
Oh, literal sister.
No, it's simple.
Ooh.
You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
Dude, I regret to inform you.
I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me?
Look at that seamless
I thought I
transition
wouldn't have to.
Back into the game.
I'm surprised
Awesome.
Artak brought it up in front of a
Awesome.
stranger.
Love
He
it.
must be very angry. Not always the best judge of people. I prefer the company of spirits. They're simply my own. I didn't want you to think of our pilgrimage as some sort of family squabble. It's much more important than that.
It's bold, I'll give you that. Going after your own brother.
He gave me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny.
Destiny.
And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
Berea, it's not about who's related to who. I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum. The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machines. But if we're gonna go through with this, I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
Good deal.
With the frost figures then.
Yo, where's
So,
Gildan at?
Off to
I'm
risk
gonna
my
talk
life
to
alone
Gildan.
to take charge of a new hunting band. Just what I always wanted.
Ooh.
Frost figures, here I come.
What are these dudes do? Oh, snap. Knife game. Knife game. Stab him in the loin. Ooh.
Don't forget, the Mad Sun King's cruelty survives here.
Ooh.
Even if we can trust the women, some of them still stay.
I love those like little scenes that you could easily just run past, but if you take the time to look, kind of give you a little bit more insight into this tribe and kind of what they do and what their culture is. It's pretty sweet. All right, merchant, listen up and listen up good. I got stuff to sell, and you're going to pay me full price for it, okay? Man, I cannot get the final boss theme from East 8 out of my head. It's so good. Oh, sorry about that. Guys, I've been listening to that soundtrack all week since I beat the game just to kind of relive the memories and all that. It's so good. It's so good. Yo, Jaeger, I'm looking forward to talking with you more about your thoughts on it, man, because you're one of the few people whose opinions on games mean the world to me. So I really do think you'll come away from it as impressed as I was and enjoy it as much, but we'll see. I'm just hoping you love it as much as I did. What is going on, Stevie Wonder? Let me grab a brewski before I come back. By the way, Stevie Wonder, I absolutely love your name. It's hilarious. That's really good. Let's hop into Bauer Babble here for a second. First of all, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you jumping in. Stevie Wonder. I'm going to take a look at your comment here. Let me go grab a brewski here quickly and come back and we'll talk a little bit. Looks like you said, and your takes are pretty bad. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. And hey, listen, I have absolutely no issues whatsoever if you think my takes are bad. I love civil discourse. I love debating and talking, and I can kind of share with you why I felt the way that I did, and I'm happy to do that, and I'd love to hear why you disagree. That's all part of the fun for me. At the end of the day, honestly, all I really care about is that people engage with this medium in a way that's meaningful for them, and they find value in it. I could care less if people are playing Jerry Rice and Nidus football, or, you know, Hannah Montana or the SpongeBob game, or if they're playing Call of Duty or a work of art like Okami. I just want people to have fun with the games they're playing. But I'll kind of give you a little bit of insight into why I feel the way that I do, and happy to talk a little bit more about that, because here on my Arsenal streams every Friday, these are kind of half live streams and half podcasts where I'm happy to just chat video games and life with people. So let me go grab a brew. I'll be right back. And by the way, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Not only just joining and watching, but also being willing to come out and say, your takes suck. I love the gumption. It's awesome. I'll be right back, and we'll continue on this Arsenal stream. I knocked the ever-living hell out of this microphone on my way out with my fat booty. That's how it goes. Stevie Wonder, are you still there? Are you ready for a conversation, or what's going on? Looks like we still got a viewer here. It's weird. I typically get far more viewers, but I guess tonight it's not going out to as many people. Typically we got about 7 to 10 people in here, and multiple people filter in and out, but a very solid portion watch kind of later on down the line, and that's fine. Just a unusually slow night tonight, but yeah, I see we got someone in here. So Stevie, if that's you, happy to have the conversation. Hopefully you didn't run out after I went to grab a brewski, because I'd really like to talk with you about, I'd really like to have a conversation with you about this take and why you think, well, talk about why I feel the way that I do, and maybe hear if you've got a defense for it. So I'll give it a couple minutes here. In the interim, we'll talk about, oh, I don't know, what games are on the Xbox Series X that are worth playing. Which, by the way, just so you know, I'm not a shill. Oh yeah, yeah, I got one because I believe in their future. But you can see it's still in the box because there's no reason to play it. At least not right now. Yo, Stevie, if you're still there, man, you got to let me know. Man or gal. I mean, if you wanted to hop into the stream and just call me a scrub, that's fine. Trust me, it's not the first time it's happened. That's all good. But I'm confident in the things I say, even when they're unpopular. Let's say from the standard opinion. But I think as we've seen a lot of things that are quote unquote popular these days, I take that more of a compliment as a compliment than anything. Jaeger, are you the one that's still there? Jaeger, if you're still there, let me know. I can see that there's a viewer. And if it's you, then I know he's flew the coop and I can get back to slaughtering machines with no remorse. All right. Oh, looks like we got, I think, Stevie back. Stevie, is that you? Are you back? And thanks for confirming, Jaeger, that that's you. If viewer number 2 is Stevie, whose name is just hilarious, Stevie Wander with an A. I'm ready to have a chat. Let's do it. But I need to get a confirmation that it's you. Otherwise I could be playing, right? I could be making my way through this beautiful game, the Frozen Wilds expansion, which is just blowing my mind out of the back of my skull. Routinely having to pick my jaw up off the floor and reattach it to my face. (9:28 p.m.) We get 2 minutes. At least Eastern time. This is what I like, by the way. This is my gig, man. I never say things that I don't mean or that I can't back up on the spot. Whether we're talking about video games, we're talking about politics, we're talking about faith, whatever it is, I don't shy away from legitimate discussion on these topics. I'm not a grifter. I'm not somebody who says things I don't believe in, and I'm willing to go out on a ledge and say things that I feel strongly about that many other people would disagree with. I think that's a great thing. And I love engaging with people on the other side of the fence, and I hold no ill will unless they start doing personal attacks and, all that good stuff. Then I don't have time for those. People who intentionally are willfully ignorant, right? There's no issue. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant on a topic. Right? I mean, I've been ignorant on topics before. This is a great example of that, where I didn't think that Horizon Zero Dawn would be for me, and I made up a bunch of reasons why I would never play it and why I never really wanted to give it a chance, and yet I was willing to kind of test that, hop in and find out it's one of the best games I've played ever. I really think this is going to end up solidly cracking my top 25. It's kind of like phasing in and out of that top 25, but either way, it's an all-time great. And I had no issue saying, look, I was wrong. and went from, I was never really, let's say, the typical hater. I never rallied against people or rallied against the game and actively discouraged people from playing it. Just I didn't think it was for me. But I'm willing to kind of change position on this. This game has forced me to do that. I have no fear of quote unquote being wrong, and I can always kind of explain my position and be on my side of the fence and see what's going on. But yeah, always able on the spot to defend what I say, and I don't make any apologies for what I say either. So it's 9:30. Looks like Stevie Wonder came in to say that I suck. And then head right on out. Is what it is, man. I'm not the one running. So if you want to come back, you want to spend some time talking about that take, I'm more than happy to do that. But I don't have time to stop my stream for other people who watch this, both recorded and live, to sit around and wait for you. So you ever want to come back, you ever want to talk about it, feel free. Otherwise, it's going to buff out. Let's get back to Horizon Zero Dawn. And let's go challenge Aerotech to an absolute ass whooping of unprecedented levels. And maybe when he's down, I got my foot on his chest, I can finally pull that beard a little bit. But just the middle piece. I think it's like the shave, like right here. There's just something about it where I'm just like, oh, I just want to tug it. Just once. Just want to tug that beard one time. And by the way, thank you, Jaeger, for chiming in to make me aware that that is indeed you. We're gonna get rid of all these Shell Walker lenses because God knows we know where to get more if we need them. My goodness, that was just ridiculous earlier on tonight. Gonna get rid of this Charger lens as well. Don't need it. You know, I feel like because I'm gonna have to go get Stalker stuff anyway, I might as well get rid of the Stalker lenses too. I don't really have any need for any of these lenses or hearts that I've come across. None. I know I need 10 Slag Shine Glass, so I'll get rid of one of those. Goose Skin, I don't know if I need. Bellowback Heart, we're just gonna get rid of. We're gonna get rid of these hearts. We'll hang on to the Stalker hearts, and the Ravager hearts can go. I'll definitely keep my hands on the Thunderjaw heart. Here's a Machine Core. Get rid of that. I think that's pretty much all I can really get rid of right now. Let's make sure that we need that Desert Glass as well. I guess I could have sworn there was something. Oh, it's probably the armor. Yeah, it's probably the armor. Let's see. Yeah, Desert Glass and Shag Shine Glass is needed for that Banuk Werak Runner. Slow health recovery over time. That's pretty sweet. I'm actually really. Ooh. All I need is 2 Desert Glass. Yo, give me some Desert Glass. Give me some Desert Glass. Oh, we got maps. Guys, we got maps I didn't pick up before. We got pigments and blue gleam and animal figurines. Oh, man. All right. I really would have liked that outfit. I've only really used 2 outfits this entire game. I'm thinking, and I expect that in the sequel that they know. I'm expecting them to improve kind of the cosmetics to give the player a reason to either repeatedly change sets or make it a significant benefit to do that, or to give you a transmog system. That'll be something I keep my eye on because I'd really like to see Aloy. Guys, I'm all about fashion. I mean, if you play Yakuza 0 or Yakuza Kiwami 2 and you know about the Cabaret Club, oh my God, shameless. Absolutely shameless on my part. Just love dressing up the girls. Didn't care if my wife was in the room, if my kids were walking in. I was like, yo, I'm getting my girls ready. You guys, could you help me select the blush and the lipstick? I'm terrible at this. It's just something that I enjoyed. I've always enjoyed in games is outfits and cosmetics and all that good stuff. Let me know, guys, if this is a good angle here, or if I'm popping your ears out of your drums. Let me know. Did I just hear another control tower? I feel like I did. Or maybe it's just a Scorcher. Is it a Scorcher? That's a Ravager. Or a Scrapper, rather. I don't need to bother with a Scrapper. We're good. Oh, it's a Tall Neck. Okay. That's my buddy I released from his mountain confines.
Come on.
Memory serves me correctly, there's some blue gleam up there, and I have no idea whether it respawns or not. I assume it would have to.
I can get out of this.
Looks like I climb up there, that's fine, but let's go in here and make sure that we can't get more blue gleam. It doesn't look like it's come back. Okay, that's fine. If it's a finite resource, that's fine too. That puts a greater emphasis on picking it up when you come across it. I feel like the climbing section in this title have been, or in this expansion, have improved on the original. As well. So we're going to go up here, and then we're going to go across. I mean, it just seems like they planned them out maybe a little bit better. And like I said, guys, I love the climbing sections in the original game when you're not in combat, right? When they're very clearly planned and you come across a cliffside and get up top and you get a beautiful vista view and, you know, all that good stuff. Maybe there's some treasure or some loot or whatever, but I can't move. All right. There we go. But it just seems like they've thought it through just a little bit more on this one, which is nice. Pro tip, says Frank Yeager, don't buy that Banuk runner outfit. You'll get something better. Dude, that's good to know. Thank you. Are you telling me I can sell my shag shine? Is that what you're saying? I can sell all of my shine and my glass? Sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like something I can get behind, my man.
The frost figure should be just up there.
All right. That's enough of my mans for the night. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. By the way, Jaeger, I'm drinking this. The Mad Dog double IPAs. %. It's it's nice because all you have to do is sip on a couple at the end of a hard week, and at my age, or our age, I should say, it's nice because you know, now like if I'm drinking a beer that has less alcohol content significantly, like let's say Coors Light, which is, I don't care how much smack people are going to talk on that, it's one of the only few beers that in existence that actually gives me the illusion that my thirst is being quenched, and there are reasons for that, but still. Practically any other beer, I drink one or two, and then I'm just tired. I want to fall asleep. I have to like work to get a little buzz, and then I have to work even harder to maintain it. These, I just sip on them, and I'm good. Same with wine. I mean, you could say the same thing about wine, but sometimes you just want to drink a couple beers responsibly, right? You guys know me. I always drink responsibly. Oh, boy. Oh, that's so cool, just seeing him stand there looking at the fog coming off the mountains and kind of the just looking off in the distance. I dig it. That little smile she gives you.
Outlander. I have prevailed over such challenges before, and fear none.
Makes me feel like he's legitimately fearing it.
You are not Banuk. You do not understand my responsibilities.
Ooh.
I ask you, one hunter to
Yo, the look on his face.
Will you let us go to Thunderstrom?
You haven't seen what's up there, Outlander. I will not risk my sister's life again.
Dude, the look on his face.
We better get on with this.
Look at Aloy respond.
I will bury your insolent claim in the frozen ground.
Enough!
I love it. Love it.
Let us begin.
This is that whole thing right there was sick. That was sick. Just like the pain and exasperation and desperation, just like a little sprinkling of all three of those on his face as he asked you, and then Aloy getting all wide-eyed and doing the half head cock and me like, are you gonna let me go to Thunderstrom? And then he loses it. No. And then this is cool, man. This is cool. I'm ready. Let me just do the little neck roll that we were taught in 7th grade in gym class and nobody's used until this point in time. You know, the one that makes you look like, you know, that whole thing. All right. I'm ready. Let's roll.
To hunt, to strive. That is the way of the Banuk and of the contest before you. You will climb the frost figures from the east, Aratok from the west. Each trail wends its way through deadly machines. Hunters from the Werak will be posted along the way. They will hail you, calling out machines for you to slay. Your hunt will take you around the ridge to the center, where you must descend to the valley for your final kill. Each time, after your prey has fallen, you must launch a beacon such as this so that all our kin will see your progress.
Kill machines, launch balloons. Got it. So, the first of us to launch the 3rd balloon wins?
Well, yes. And as challenger, your path to victory is harder.
Bring it. Don't care.
If even one of your beacons comes in after Aratox, he prevails.
You had your chance, Outlander.
So did you.
The hunt begins on
Oh my god, I love her so much even more. Every time I play, I love her. Even more than I did.
Now!
Alright, let's see if this is timed.
Alright, gotta head up that mountain.
It is. Yep.
Looks like there are a few ways to go up. And those rock paintings mark the path.
Let's cut to the right here.
Okay, up we go.
Dude, the music is awesome right now. Just intense. Love it. Love it. And again, this is such a unique, different thing from anything else I've seen up to this point. Game just continues to subvert expectations. I've been saying that a lot. Subvert expectations, but it's true. The game just remains fresh from start to end. That's so impressive for an open world title. It's got to be said.
Seem to be on the right path. Come on, Aloy, time's wasting.
Like I said earlier, man, the climbing sections are so well done.
All right, Challenger. You need to take off the herd below. Every machine.
The herd. Okay, I can do that.
So it looks like what I need to do here is grab, you know what? Let me try this and see if this is any good at all. Yeah, you know what? Get out of my way. Oh yeah. That's really not bad, is it? Freaking long legs. Yeah, you take your little pebble shot elsewhere, buddy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sit down. I don't need any of this garbage. This Lancehorn thing he's doing, I will throw my paws at you. I'm so intimidating.
Climb on up and launch your marker.
This is so, man, this is so cool. This is so cool. I'm really loving this.
All right, here we go.
Now climb the ridge and launch your balloon.
Will do. I love that balloons exist. Can I just say that I love that balloon? Oh, this is intense. Oh, this makes me. Oh, guys, you guys know how I feel about underwater stuff. I feel similarly about stuff where you're like walking on a tightrope and you're this high up. That right there, looking down there, being on the ridge of this is really cool. But man, it's got my heart going. It's got my heart going. Let me tell you. Looks like that fire trap as well.
Aratak knows what he's doing. No time to waste.
Take the rappel point to the next challenge.
Don't mind if I do.
2 Bellowbacks ahead, Challenger. Kill them both.
Okay.
None of the other machines matter.
Well then, that ends the challenge. Oh my god, what a fail. Fail! Well, fortunately, we had those 3 Bellowbacks we fought earlier, so I'm ready to take them down.
None of the other machines matter.
Into the next challenge.
Alright, 2 dead Bellowbacks coming up.
There we go. Don't jump before hitting triangle, ladies and gentlemen. Oopsie, says Jaeger. Yep. And it's not my first oopsie playing through this game, let me tell you. Oh, we got Frost Bellowbacks. Okay. Let's drop down over here. Switch up and hit a triple. No, not triple. Oh, wrong weapon, wrong weapon. Switch it up, buddy. Switch it up. Alright. Oh my good god, they're not messing around, are they? Alright. Alright, time to get real. Guys, this is so intense. I love it so much. Reload. Now we switch up here and we'll hit the triple shot. Hit the triple shot, Aloy. Boom, 752. Boom, 339. Drop 1. There we go. Yo, I am so sick of these ads. These watchers, man, are some of the most annoying ads ever, and I love it. Ooh, I just got wrecked. Time to get nasty with it. I love it so much. I love this game so much. He's still attacking me. Still attacking me right through it. Love it. Not going down without a fight. I can appreciate that. There we go. Sure did. Where's my balloon? All the way back there, huh?
Where's that balloon? Okay, now to the marker.
Look at the beauty over that ridge as night sets and the sun goes down. Here we are 70 plus hours later, and I'm still ranting and raving about how awesome that is. The game world is a sight to behold, always. Let's lift this balloon into the sky.
I'm ahead, but only by a little. I gotta get moving.
Aloy, before you do that, let's take a swig to you. I love how they're representing air attack, by the way, in this, without them like showing him directly. Just by a visual off in the distance, they're kind of explaining to you how well-weathered of a leader and hunter this guy is. That I've got 9 minutes to spare, right? Or 7 minutes or whatever it was. And I launched my balloon, and yet right behind me, there's Aratak off in the distance doing his thing. It's just a really clever, very cool use of the environment and a visual that's kind of taken place, the place of like hours long of, you know, quests alongside him, watching him do what he does. It's just a really cool way to kind of hammer home the point that Aratak is legit. Man, Guerrilla Games is smart. Like I said, everything that I've seen in this game so far has been done with an immense amount of thought.
Take the zip line and work your way down to the valley.
Storm's kicking up. I can't see much.
Love it. Love the weather in this game as always. This is going to make things intense, huh?
Now.
This is so sick.
Almost down. All right, it's the last challenge.
Man, this is just beautiful. I love that they allow you to still look at the environment on your zip lines as well. Full control of the camera at all times.
Something's wrong. My kin should be here, driving in our final quarry.
Oh, yeah.
Right behind us!
Look at all the arrows sticking out of them already. Oh, there's 2. Oh, snap, bears. More bears. 3. Now what we're going to do here is just shoot you right in the face, right? 3 terror point blasts. Hello. Oh, can't get up there. Holy crap. Hi, buddy. Right in the booty. Oh. I totally forget. Oh my god, it's brutal. Can I get out of here, please? Thank you. This is crazy intense. I really don't like being stuck in the environment, though. We need to get one of these guys down. Get him down. Let's take a look here at our machine catalogs. I totally forget about these dudes. Frost Claws. Weakness is... Okay, so fire. Yep. All right. We know what to do now, don't we? Bitch. Uh-oh. Should not have said bitch. I should not have said bitch. Oh, snap. Oh, that was intense. I mean, the fact that I have... Come on. The fact that I'm, like, being screwed over by the fact I can't find a raccoon is kind of, I'm going to be honest, annoying. But it is what it is. I mean, I just got to go hunt. I mean, I've been looking for a freaking fire raccoon, or for a raccoon for ages, and I just can't find it. Let's get some fire traps down, shall we? Judy! Air attack holding his own. I dig it. Let's get that shadow sling going again. That seems like that'd be a lot better than this. Amount of freaking times it takes. Get the... These guys are so... How many fire bombs and arrows and all that good stuff does it take to get the freaking fire gauge filled? Anybody? Anybody? Not to mention the environment is so freaking stupid, man. Especially at nighttime when you can't see a damn thing. Come on! I mean, if it was daylight, it'd be one thing, but it's not. It's nighttime. And night in this game is atrocious. You can't see 5 inches in front of your face. I mean, I think it's mostly because of the night, but my goodness, this has not been enjoyable. And yeah, maybe it's because I suck. So be it. It only takes 10 ropes to get him down on the ground. terrible. Absolutely terrible.
So it's true. Frostclaws from Thunder's drum.
The attack cut short the competition. Naturally, there can be no result.
Oh, I won, and you know
It is void.
You saw what she did. She defeated the machines. Not I.
Oh, snap. Air attack doing the right thing.
It is proven. She's the better hunter. We are Banuk. Survive, prevail.
Use those tunnels. I didn't even know there were tunnels, so maybe it's on me. Wouldn't it be the first time?
My blood is in your teeth. I take my place behind you on the hunt.
Oh, snap. Good.
No more hunters may make the ascent to Thunder's drum. The way is closed to all but the chieftain and myself.
It is not my place, but I would ask a boon. To accompany you and my sister.
It might be permitted. But only if you do as I say.
No. Only if you do as I say.
Oh, snap. That's right. Yep. Get out of here, Aurea or Osera. I don't even remember your name.
Thunder's drum awaits.
Yeah, it does.
There's a camp at its base, Long Notch it's called. Meet us there when you're ready. Chieftain.
Oh, snap. New title. I can't emphasize enough how much I hated that quote-unquote boss fight.
And a weapon like Artok's. I guess the chieftain gets the chieftain's gear. And now to Long Notch. Nothing left.
And yeah, I'm sure many of you are going to come on here and watch, and you're going to comment, oh, you should have done this or you should have done that, because I get a lot of commentary from people that watch later, and that's fine. That's all good. No. Dude, the night and that, I couldn't see anything. Couldn't see anything of what was going on, because the night in this game is so debilitating to your eyesight. And yeah, I get it. Like, it's nighttime. Maybe it should be in some regard. But the moon's up in the sky. It should be providing enough light for the player to see around. That's I did not enjoy that at all. That was just crafting for the sake of crafting and artificial difficulty for the sake of artificial difficulty. Oh, we'll throw 3 frost claws down in there, and by the way, we'll put you in nighttime and in the environment where you're getting stuck because you can't see. I'm sure there were open areas in there, as it looks like, but all right. So we got 4 skill points to spend here. I guess I'll do the combat override, and we'll also do the balanced aim, because now I'm just filling out skills. Nothing I really need. Side quest Firebreak. Chieftain of the Warwick Aloy must lead air attack and array up to Thunder's drum to discover the secrets within. So I think I'm probably going to save that for the next stream. Let's go and do the Hunters 3. Guys, I really do. I really want to play some of this game tonight. It's been fantastic. East 9. It's been awesome. Significantly different from 8 in setting. There's some similarities, obviously, there. But just a really good game that I like to play. And I don't want to be playing that one on stream. Because I want to... I mean, maybe I'll play it on stream later. But I think that all of my streams at this point are probably going to be focused on getting through and finishing up Horizon Zero Dawn. And listen, this is the first time since I started playing the game I've been negative at all about it. So I know some of you out there might be... might be kind of fighting the urge to kind of call me a schmuck or tell me I suck at the game or whatever. I mean, listen, the game does have flaws, right? And there are things like earlier when I was fighting that control tower. Oh, I see now. I see now.
Got one.
It'd be nice if I could have seen this before, but I didn't know that there were tunnels until Mr. Frank Yeager gave me that heads up. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there are just some things about the game that I'm not a big fan of. They're nitpicks at the end of the day compared to the overall haul, or whole haul, like it's a ship. The overall hull. No, the overall, the game is so much more than the sum of its parts, including the negative pieces. I don't want to sound like, because I've struggled a little bit tonight or ran into a couple things I'm not particularly fond of, that I don't think the game's fantastic and amazing. And it is. But there have been some things tonight that have annoyed me. And that's fine. Let's go and meet this hunter down here. Let's see, he's up here. He's all the way up here. So where's our nearest... Oh, God. Where's the nearest campsite? Is there a campsite up here I never hit? I guess this would probably be the closest one.
Got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
I'd really like to find a raccoon. like this 15. I think I'm just gonna have to suck it up, guys, and go back to the main portion of the map and just frickin' find a raccoon to slay, and hopefully I get a bone. That's what she said. The bone part, not the raccoon part.
You're coming with me.
I mean, how many machine sites are there for chargers? There's two right next to each other right there. I get they want to give you mounts, but... Oh, so do I need to touch this to get it to show up on the map? That might be the mistake I made before, where I found a bunch of campfires, but I feel like they haven't shown up on the map. And it's probably because I didn't touch them. I just ran past them. That makes sense. Here's a trampler machine site. Yo, just the dude. If you ever watch this, man, I was thinking, because I hadn't gotten in here before, that that 100 bones that you're offering up to kill all the tramplers would only include the machine sites in the base game for tramplers. So let me know what you think, man. If that's something I need. If I need to include the Frozen Wilds DLC as well. Oh God, another control tower. Cool.
Thanks for your help.
I mean, guys, there's just too many of them. Like, if they... Seriously, there's too many of them. They're cool. They're real. I really like the concept of the control towers, but they're overused. They're definitely overused. This is my 6th control tower tonight. It's just too much.
Hey, she started without him. Let's get down there, Flaming Skull.
That is not our name.
Maybe we should table this argument until...
Wow, really? Oh, I was going to say I need 2 for a watcher. I didn't think that was the case, but... Good. I need 1. Right in your face, son. Just don't toot on me. That's all I ask.
Take this thing over.
demonic stalker.
Here goes. Taking him off. Hard by far.
We've got this.
Kill the machines. Is this a charger? Is this my charger? This dude's taking headshots from the stalker.
Oh!
In the booty. Booty shot.
This will do nicely.
Nothing gets my blood running like the hunt. How about it, Aloy? Did you find the next part?
Sure did, buddy. Sure did. I like how I'm gaining the appreciation and respect of people over time. Like, Aloy feels like she earns everything. That's one of the reasons when I talk about, like, her as a symbol of female empowerment, that it's not cheap, it's earned. It's because it feels like she earns it every single step along the way. Here we are in the expansion, and we've come across people who've probably heard of her before, given all of her exploits in the base game, and maybe they haven't. But either way, whether it's due to tradition, whether it's due to not seeing her battle prowess in person, or due to her just simply being a, quote, outcast, whatever it is, it seems like every step along the way, no matter how, quote unquote, established she is, Aloy has to earn it and re-earn it. And it's all based on merit. And I love it. And that's how it should be.
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergren.
One more.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
There you are, buddy.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... She was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Oni could, damn him. He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Oni grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
Their damn neck snapped.
Oh, snap.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry, Tatai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Oni wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Oniku's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
Is this why you left Bauer?
Pretty cool how, like, I'm actually invested now. When I first come across these three, and I'm like, these guys are, and gals are, they're arrogant pricks. They're arrogant pricks. And kind of how your perception changes as you go through these side quests, and then just naturally these tidbits come out. You can skip it all if you want. I love the character development in this game. For minor characters as well as main characters like Aloy and everyone else, it has a prominent place in the story. I really, really, really like how no punches were pulled when it comes to the development of characters in this game, whether they're the largest characters or the smallest. It's awesome.
With Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we, Tatai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Bauer is buried in Bauer. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning
turkeys.
Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit.
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snap mall fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Sounds like a plan. 264 feet away. Not bad. Demonic Red-Eye Watcher. Ooh, what do we got over here? Pigment. Animal figurine. Okay.
Figure of.
Look, I can dig any kind of collectible, okay? You just point me in the direction where I can find them and I'm happy. Ooh, looks like an old lodge over there. What is that? Oh, that's got my interest visually. Let's go. Let's get there. Got Old Faithful over here blowing out steam. Just the way they continue to provide diversified environments is just freaking amazing. It's just awesome. And meanwhile, you still got that skybox in the background. Still plenty to learn. What do we got in here?
Ursus Americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Montana.
Never even felt the cold, did you? If he hadn't preserved you, would anyone even know you disappeared?
Our final 2 weeks. Colonel, some of you have overheard portions of the, let's call them spirited, conversations I've been having with the charming Colonel. Yeah, again, this is something I'll read offline. Not to bore you guys with.
I'd have to ditch something.
Yeah, you're good. Hors d'oeuvres!
I hate to interrupt.
Oh, yes. Hello, an outlander at the Shrine of Forgotten Beasts. Welcome. I'm Enjuk.
What's going on, Enjuk?
Aloy. The Shrine of what?
When the old world still breathed, a great man built a tiny totem to this beast and stored the visage inside. When the totem is placed on the pedestal, the animal is painted onto the empty air, and the beast lives again. Well, almost.
There are 7 pedestals. Where are the other 6 figurines?
I found this one in the wilds. Remembered the indentations in the pedestals here. And saw.
So you got to bring the figures back here and pop them on there.
But
Got
as
it,
you
dude.
say, it's one of 7, isn't it? The great Montana Recreations must have made more, but time has scattered them.
I should get going.
Of course, of course. I've taken up so much of your time already. But I don't suppose you could keep an eye out for more figurines?
If I run across any, I'll bring them your way. Care to talk about the...
They're not really mine, but...
I have one of the animal figurines you're looking for.
Thank you, Aloy. Hunter or quarry, furred or feathered, so much to learn. And how striking you look upon your pedestal.
That's all for now.
Until next time.
Let me see my box. Ooh, we got some blue glean. I love that I got a badger bone, but not a raccoon bone. Can a man get a frickin' raccoon bone? Come on now. Oh, man. It's gonna buff out. Let's take a look at this new outfit we got here. Let's see. Inventory. Ooh, I can modify it up too. Cool beans. Good call, Jaeger. I guess this is what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and modify it. I feel like we need to resist fire more than anything. Fire and freeze. So let's hit plus 20% ranged attacks and freeze 34%, and let's hit 28% resist fire. I don't really dig it, to be honest with you. Let's get back to our shield weaver. There we go. Just doesn't seem like there's much of an incentive to use anything other than the shield weaver once you get it, and even up before that point, it's whatever one you were using, because there's not really been any great reason to use anything else. All right, we got an audio one here. Let's take a look. Take a listen, rather.
Visitor centers a bust. I'm recording the strategic and operational value at roughly 0 point squat. No reason we shouldn't repack the staff onto a Burton's than the fact that nowhere's built as soon as the gates are locked. Enjoy basic income, ding-dongs.
Maybe I can trade this blue gleam.
Another audio point. Inspection failed.
Security inspection. This place, as my father used to say, is a sixth alarm.
Same guy.
Dumpster fire. A catastrophic breach waiting to happen. And this Malinowski guy, he's the source of the problem. I guarantee him too wrapped up in this pet project of his. I mean, who the hell cares if a bunch of stagnant pools of water are rainbow colored or not?
Like to learn about why that's the case, because still all this time later, there it is. Probably some environmental reason. Oil. Who knows?
Hardy little plant. You'll help.
Indeed. Indeed it will, Aloy. Love seeing the metal frames of all these cars. Oh, there's a school bus. I mean, look at the growth. I mean, they're taking so much time to kind of tell that environmental storytelling, you know? Oh, is that the raccoon? Badgers. I keep getting excited that I'm fighting a raccoon. Look at that on the front of the bus. And it even still says school bus if you look. so easy to miss if you're just sprinting around not paying attention. I love that they put the time in detail into it regardless, you know, because a lot of gamers these days just sprint around. They don't really care. And that's, look, again, if that's your thing, that's fine. I know there are a lot of games out there to play, and if you're like me and you want to play most of them, especially when you have a full-time job and a career and a family, it's hard to find time, right, to play everything that you want to play. But man, when I play a game, I've got to take the time. I just feel like I owe it to the developers who have spent all of this time and effort and sacrificed a lot of times their mental and physical well-being to bring these games to us. I want to appreciate the world they've put together. And sometimes you'll see games that obviously don't put this kind of attention to detail in there, but it makes it even more important.
I can use this.
Right? Or impactful or meaningful to, like, you know, look around in the titles where the developers do, knowing that most gamers won't appreciate or see a lot of these things. They still put that time and effort into it. I love that. And that's something I'll always call out and appreciate. Always. Uh-oh. Stuck on the environment here. Whee! There we go. Couldn't jump there for a minute.
No sign of him yet.
Did you happen to eat a raccoon that I can now pull out of your bum? Nope. All right. Jaeger says, yep, I didn't have the Weaver before doing Frozen. It really is the best. Bedtime for me. I'll catch you on the archive. Thank you, as always, man, for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging around, and I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to see me debate this person who hopped in and just hopped out immediately. We'll talk about that real briefly at the end of this, because people like that aren't worth your time. But have a great night, man. Thanks again for your support, and we'll talk here real soon, Mr. Frank Jaeger. All right, guys, we're going to do this, and then I think I'm going to hop off and play some East 9. Maybe start Link's Awakening. We'll see. Because I think that I could get through Link's Awakening before Skyward Sword comes out. But I also have Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart to get through. I'll have some more thoughts to share on that in the future. But for now, let's wait for the Warwick or the Warrock or however you say it. And then we'll do this final hunt, finish it up, and then we'll shut down for the evening. And we'll play again here real soon.
I was starting to worry about you three. You all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your
Sunshine Snowshoes. Even Aloy's laughing.
I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name
That's
worse
great.
than burning turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
Love it. All right, Snap Moz. Let's do this. Oh no, there's a control. Because of course there is. There's a control tower over there. I mean, seriously, like, you take a seat. I'll go take care of business. I mean, guys, they just overdid the control towers. They're very cool in theory, but they're just not well enough. There's too many of them. They're all over the place. I just like it's become a chore getting rid of them. I liked them initially, but they just overplayed their hand. Aloy. Yes, I'm determined, guys, to finish this with a spear. You couldn't tell. And here's a question. Why does my armor keep getting taken down? Is there another control tower? Oh, of course there is. I'm sorry, guys. I know it sounds like I'm ragging on the game. You know how I feel about it. I love this game. I really do. I just... I don't know what Guerrilla Games was thinking when they thought, hey, let's put 1 million of these control towers in here. It just ends up feeling like a chore, and it's not even hard. It's not difficult. I mean, earlier, before I remembered, because it's been a while since I played, that they healed enemies. I was like, how am I supposed to get there without them seeing me? And I was like, oh, there's grass right next, you know, right next to them. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just. Cool that he shakes off the get out of the yeah, it's real cool that he shakes off the fire so easily. He shakes for half a second and then just resumes attacking. Get out of the water. I should have done in the first place here. Hey guys, I know I got a long way to go to be even a competent player. That's fine. All good. Another control tower. I mean, 3 of them. All right, let's just get this over with here. I mean, honestly, I don't mind the control tower in concept, but yeah, not gonna harp on it. It is what it is. Go take care of it. I assume we're gonna have to kill this snap maul over here as well. That's fine. Let's see if we can hit this snapjaw from a distance. What do you think? Oh, I think it worked. Hey, buddy. Let's get those plates on the back end there, shall we? Watch how quickly he shakes this off. I can't even knock 2 or 3 bows. Oops, I thought he was a little bit closer than that. Get that under gullet. Get the under gullet. There we go. Nope, missing. Dang, tail attack can get a little bit better with just a little bit. Oh, you sit down, buddy. All right, here we go. Let's get a 3 on right in that frickin' neck. Enjoy. Oh, that didn't work at all. That didn't work at all like I thought. There we go. That works. Getting all cocky with it. There we go. He's all frozen up. We're good. Says their strength is chill, so I don't know why he got chilled up by the NPCs, but hey, they're going to help out. I'm not going to argue with it. That's a positive point in the game. And also, I got some dinner by murdering that salmon. I am down. I am down for that. Oh. Let's take a little swig of brewski here. See somebody else has jumped in the stream. This has been a very uniquely weird, odd, silent night tonight. We've had only a couple people join, and I'm sure more will join on the archive like they always do. But if you join live, thank you. Stevie Wander with an A. Is that you? I'm hoping it is, because you hopped in to this live stream earlier tonight, and you said that my take was poop, which is cool. I'm down. I'm down to talk about why I feel the way that I do. If that's you on the other side of the camera, I suspect it's not. I think you just came in to tell me I suck and run away, and that's fine. Not the first time it's happened, won't be the last. But if you want to debate, you want to talk, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to play Horizon. I'll probably shut this down fairly soon. But whoever you are, thanks for hopping in and checking out the stream. Let's hop back in, finish off this quest, and go from there. Oh, we still got machines to kill. Okay. Kill the machines, they say. Is there another snap maw? Oh, man, they had 4 or 5 snap maws here now. Not going to lie, it's a little bit overkill, but it'll buff out. It is what it is. Ooh, we got a nation debris pile. Or a scrap of resource heap. That works, too. We'll let those guys deal with that snap maw while I come over here and collect all the sick loot from all the parts that I blew off those animals. I mean, honestly, I've saved their life I don't know how many times, so they can do me a solid and take out 1 machine. I guess there's 2 left. Alright. Alright. Alright, I'll just triple shot it. You dead. You die! You die and you go to hell! Alright. This guy says, say goodnight. And we all know that they're just waiting for me to mark them for them. Alright, Tillamook, let's talk about you guys heading to the Southern Sundom Karja. Let's do it. This has been a cool side quest, so I've really enjoyed it, to be honest, all joking aside. Really like how different this environment is. Just look at the weight on those flakes coming down. How it coats the environment. Aloy and everyone around her. You see kind of off in the distance the trees just peeking through the fog at ground level. I mean, it's one thing to put a diversity of environments in your game. It's something else entirely to find a way to put in subsets of those environments. You know, you go to the mountains off in the base game, and they have a significantly different look and feel than any of the environments that are here in the Frozen Wilds. And then they have different subsets within those environments that are just in the base game, like the desert areas, right? Or the tropical swampland areas. That should be commended. They're not just throwing things in different environments out there for the sake of it in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They've got vision. They've got the ability to craft this world inch by inch in a way that makes sense and is organic and natural. And they've got the talent in-house to execute that vision. Nothing but positive things to say, even though this has been a fairly negative session, my first ever playing this game. This has been a subpar session, my first. And, yeah, I still have nothing but positive things to say about the game.
Come here,
overall.
Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
Yeah, it sounds good, dude. How about you just walk off the iceberg there, and I'll hold your head underwater.
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts.
Just kidding.
Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Orkai breaks something else.
It was one time. You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
That'd be cool if I could actually go back to Meridian and meet up with these folks, or maybe in the Forbidden West somewhere. We're like, hey, how'd you guys end up here? That'd be neat. I'm expecting fully to see Guerrilla Games take some of these really unique, cool NPCs from this game and the expansion that I'm playing through now, and bring them into the sequel. I mean, they really should do that. It's just such low-hanging fruit.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A Werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. You can become the Werak she always wished for.
Cool. I dig it.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, he'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll figure it
I love the banter of these three. Every side quest has led me to a unique NPC or series of NPCs, and they've all been distinct. They've all had their own character. They've all made their own mark. It's awesome. Really, really job well done in this expansion.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suckers freeze to death.
It's a little much, Burkai, don't you think? It's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are?
Oh, snap. What are we going to say here, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I got to go hard on this one. Got to go hard.
You lost someone you care about. That leaves a wound. The sort of wound a lot of people don't recover from.
Yeah. I've got nothing but scars to show for it.
That's the point. Only survivor's scar.
Yo, the writing is so good. It continues to be so good. That's right. That's the point. Quote. My 2-year-old is going to bed and she's behind the door back there telling me goodnight. She's so sweet. But, and I quote, only survivor's scar. And I'm sure any of the other dialogue options that we could have selected there would be equally as badass and awesome and cool and all that good stuff. But I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute before we shut down the stream.
After everything you've been through,
Keep going.
you keep going.
Yep.
We're the Scars of the North.
Scars of the North.
Ooh.
Sounds pretty
Yo,
tough,
I
doesn't
dig
it?
that.
Thank you, Aloy. It's a good name.
Finally came up with a good name. I love it. Scars of the North. I want to see the Scars of the North in the Forbidden West. All right, let's head back to base here. And then we'll shut down. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to play some East 9. But we'll talk here in a minute. Thank you guys again for taking the time to check out this Arsenal stream this week. It's been great. It's been a good time. Kind of recap what we've seen tonight and go from there.
Fortunate that Araya favored Sekuli. I've never seen another painter like her.
All right, let's sell off some stuff before we shut down the game. Trade merchant. Yep. What do we need here? I'll hold on to the Frostclaw heart for now, because those were a royal pain. Get rid of all the Charger hearts. We don't need any of that. We got plenty of luminous braidings. We don't need 5 stacks of them. So let's get rid of 2 of them. Boom. Boom. All right, now maybe I'll hang on to them if I need them. Boar bone. Yeah, we can hold on to that. Fish bone. Okay, we'll hold on to all this. Processed metal block. We can just get rid of all 4. And I think that's good for now. Let's hit this campfire. We're up over 70 plus hours, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the next game that I pop into, but for now, let's head into Bauer Babel. Solid session. Been a week since I played. It's great to come back in, and I started a little bit late tonight. That's on me. Okay, I had some issues tonight. We had some issues here with Gamecaster needing to update, and my computer not really wanting to play along, so I had to do some techie stuff to make sure that update happened appropriately. But started a little bit late tonight. Still hit, what, 3.5 hours, so that's a solid Arsenal stream. But it started off a little bit rough, kind of rusty. Been a week since I played, and I played a significant amount of other games in the interim that were significantly different as far as how they controlled and played, and opened the night with just a kind of a soliloquy about how great of a game East 8 is, and how that video is coming very soon to my channel, and why you should play it, regardless of what type of gamer you are. That is one of the best games I've played of the entire last generation, and I have, like Horizon, I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. I've thought about it all week since I ended that journey. Thought about the characters, been listening to the OST, which is, the soundtrack is so good. Just reliving the memories and all that good stuff, and then I hopped into East 9, which you see on my screen here now, which has been a significantly different setting, but just incredible. Also an incredible, just wonderful game. East 8 stands apart, but it's still an amazing follow-up to it. And then we played through some Frozen Wilds tonight. We got through a couple of great side quests, some main story quests. We challenged Air Attack, a.k.a. the human Ewok, looking to tug on his beard, because that's all I want to do, honestly. And this expansion is just tug on that little centerpiece of his beard, especially with the shave strips right here. Ooh! It's all I want in life. Then we had somebody hop in here who had the balls to say to me, "Hey, I watched your Xbox Microsoft E3 video, and your takes are piss poor." And I said, "Hey, awesome. I love when people come in and disagree with me, because that's what it's all about." And I told him I'm going to go grab a brewski, and I'll be right back. And I'm happy to explain to you why I feel the way that I feel, because, look, I got no hard feelings with anybody. If that show resonated with them, all power to you. That's great. I love having legitimate civil discourse and having conversations with other people. And you can go back in the stream and see me waiting for this guy or gal, whoever it is, to come back in and talk. They left. And I went on a little rant about, on the spot, I can defend anything that I say. I can defend my positions. I'm not a paper tiger when it comes to the takes that I put out. If that particular show resonated with you personally, awesome. And if you want to talk about the differences in our opinions, even better. I'm not going to look at anybody negatively, or I'm not going to look down on anybody for feeling differently than I am. I encourage that, and I love that. And you can do it without the division and the negativity and all that good stuff. But I think what this person did was they hopped in and they wanted to take a shot and say, "Hey, you suck." Because what I admittedly did, which is a lesson learned, is I kind of tagged the video so that it would be primarily seen by big Xbox fans. So it's got a very strong dislike ratio to like ratio, because it's being shown to people who aren't necessarily the most objective people in the world. It'd be like talking smack on Sony, or like which I've done many times, It'd be like talking, giving honest opinions on Sony that aren't positive, and then like tagging it or making the search engine optimization for Sony fans. So that's actually on me. But at the same time, like I encourage that. I love diversity of thought. I love diversity of opinion. But let me be very clear with you. I will never shy away from the conversation. I will never say anything I can't defend on the spot, live and in real time. When I was ready and willing to do that, this person ran for the hills. That's pretty much all you need to know about some of the people that are out there. So whether I'm talking about video games, whether I'm talking about life, whether I'm talking about politics, my faith, whatever it is, if you guys want to have a conversation, I'm more than willing to have that conversation. But understand, I'm not a paper tiger. And I believe in what I say. I don't say it for clicks. I don't say it for any other reason than that's how I feel. And I can defend it anytime when I'm challenged on the spot. So we saw somebody else who tonight took the opportunity to come in and say, hey, you suck. And I said, love to hear why you think I suck. Let's talk about it. And I'll share why I felt the way that I felt. And then they promptly ran away. Not the first time it's happened, won't be the last time. But it is what it is. It's kind of very similar to what happened with Steven Crowder and Ethan Klein, where Ethan Klein agreed to a debate and then pulled a fast one for clicks, and everyone's like, oh, you know, had a viewpoint on it. Ethan Klein was like this person that came in tonight. Just kind of cowardly. But I digress. It is what it is. Maybe the person got taken away for some other reason, and maybe they'll come back and engage me in that conversation. I'm happy to have it. But until then, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. So then we went back to Horizon when I realized that person had left, and we played through the other couple of series of quests here tonight. I mean, guys, this is the first session that I've had in Horizon where, I mean, I think what would probably stand out the most was this trio and kind of challenge and air attack. But this session is the first one that has not significantly stood out to me as something special. In fact, this is the most negative session I've played. I got really annoyed at parts tonight. The boss fight with 3 frost claws at nighttime in particular, where I couldn't see anything that was happening. Apparently there were tunnels that you could use, but you would never know it. You would never know it because of how piss poor the visibility is when night falls. Really didn't enjoy that. The amount of control towers that were in there, you'll see me throughout the game. This is by far the most negative I've been when it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn, and yet I'm 70 plus hours in, and I still have plenty of praise to heap on the game. It continues to remain fresh. It continues to bring new experiences to the player. It continues to be compelling. It continues to challenge you and show you new things, and I absolutely love and adore that. So even though I was fairly negative in this playthrough here tonight, that doesn't mean that I don't think the game is still like an all-time great. It is. It's just tonight was especially magnified because it's the first time I've run into any real adversity when it comes to certain design aspects of the game or certain things that I don't particularly care for as a gamer myself. And 1 or 2 of those things were on me, and I admit that. I was fighting a bunch of enemies, and I think they were frostback bellowbacks, whatever they're called. I've had a few brewskis, forgive me. And I was like, man, like I've sunk so many arrows and so many things into him. So many, like, you know, I switched up to my sling and switched all this stuff up, spent all this time trying to bring him down. I'm like, I don't understand why I'm not doing damage to their health. And I started doing like a little rant and a rave. And then I realized the control tower over there, yeah, that heals their health. And I totally forgot about it because it's been a while since I played and done a control tower. I just totally forgot. And then I admitted, oh man, that's totally on me. And then I look and my boy Frank Yeager is over here telling me, hey, it's a control tower or whatever. I just got so zoned into the game, I wasn't looking at chat. And so that one was on me. So there's 1 or 2 things tonight that were totally on me. There are other things that I do think are not the best design, and they're only amplified because the rest of the game is so great that they stick out even more so than they would otherwise. But overall, still just an incredible all-time great game. So I know a number of you out there are probably going to watch this on archive as you've been doing, and you'll probably be frustrated as I go through, and maybe even feel compelled to send me some comments, tell me how you feel about it. But just stick through to the end, and you'll see I kind of even out a little bit. But I'm also always going to call things as I see them, no matter how much I care about something or love something or I'm skewed a certain way. I'm always going to remain objective, be able to call things as I see them, myself personally, and but I'll never intentionally misrepresent anything to anybody, regardless if it, like I said, if it's something I care about or not. But an overall solid session. We're about to hit 11 o'clock on a Friday night here on the East Coast. Would like to play longer, but man, I got to play some East 9. I mean, I got to play some East 9, and I'm going to have a video coming out on East 8. I might even beat Trials and Mana just so I can shelf it. That'd be 2 games in 1 week that I've shelved. That'd be good. Oh, something else I covered is my Xbox Series X, which is sitting over here, which I picked up in a very future-proofing kind of move, because there's nothing to play on it. There's nothing to play on it right now, except maybe Gears 5, right? There's only a handful of exclusive games from the last generation, I think, that are worth playing, but I might hop onto it to play, increased high visual fidelity and better frame rates for older games from like the 360 era or even before. We'll see, but as kind of time goes on and all of these exclusives start to hit from Bethesda and Obsidian, all those other games, this is going to be a place to be. And I also talked about Skyward Sword is coming next month for the Nintendo Switch, which I'll be streaming and playing as well. And then I have two Zelda games. 2, Link's Awakening and also Skyward Sword that I'll be playing. And as soon as that Switch Pro comes out, I'll be getting one of those, and I'll have all 3 next-gen consoles, and I'll be able to stream from all of them. So I'm looking very much forward to that. I don't anticipate showing too much of the Series X until the winter, when there's really anything worth a damn playing for it. I mean, I'm sorry, that it is what it is. There's no real reason to own an Xbox Series X right now. So this is, unless I make the decision I want to play Gears, there's nothing really that I'm going to unpack it for. Probably just sit here for months. But I'm glad that I own it, because I do believe in Microsoft's future, and I do believe that there's going to be a massive dynamic switch. They're going to eat into big time Sony's exclusivity and make significant and serious headway this generation. But it's going to take a couple of years. And that's another reason why their show, considering they positioned it as their Bethesda Games showcase, where they didn't talk about Elder Scrolls, they didn't talk about Fallout. And no, I don't consider Fallout 76 significant news, and I'm not going to consider it as such. Nothing more about Starfield. Like here's the whole thing. And people don't grasp this from the video that I put out. By standard E3, parameters, it was a solid show. It was good. Yeah, it was good. That's not what they positioned it as. That's not what they marketed it as for months and months and months. They spent $8 billion, $8 billion, a once-in-a-lifetime acquisition of the biggest developer that you can imagine, pretty much. And then they called it the Bethesda Games Showcase. They put Starfield as the entire background on their marketing. And then they didn't talk about anything. And by those standards, because you only get a chance to reveal your roadmap and vision for the first time to the public who've been waiting 6 months for it once. And you also had Sony, who wasn't there to counter anything that you said or did. And you did nothing. Yeah, you might have showed some games coming to Game Pass. That's cool. But this wasn't a standard E3 showcase, and most people fail to recognize that. So, listen, it is what it is. Like I said, I would not have spent this kind of money on an Xbox if I thought that it didn't have a great future. And I still am looking for opportunities to diversify my gaming experience and to get off of PlayStation with how elitist they become and put gamers last. But right now, they're in the driver's seat. I expect that to change this generation. But it's going to be later down the line, and I'm just glad I'm future-proofed for it. So anytime you guys want to have conversations about any of that stuff, you let me know. You can reach me at BauerKillz@yahoo.com. And one last thing, I did cover my upcoming, I guess kind of like a randomized sweepstakes thing. I am, still giving out a $50 gift card to my current subscribers. I'm just trying to figure out from a YouTube perspective the best way to do that, because there's all these rules we got to follow. So I talked a little bit in the stream about what that will look like, but stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I might do a stealth stream or two. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I'll just do a normal stream. But, you know, worst case scenario, I'll see you guys here next Friday. And I will have another video coming out next week, coming up here soon, because I had to take a break after I put out those 2 extensive videos on E3. If you've only seen the Microsoft one and you didn't see the one that I put out before it, I highly recommend you check it out, and some of my other videos as well. I think you'll probably really enjoy those. So if you haven't done that yet, do me a favor, please do that. Maybe like them if you enjoy them, and if you enjoyed what you saw here tonight, if you could like, that would be awesome as well, because that's what helps me the most with the algorithm and getting my stuff pushed out to more people so I can continue to experience growth and all the good stuff that comes along with it. But more importantly, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless you. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you guys here on BauerKillz in the next video and or the next stream. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend.